Did he have ability to test in? He'd started finding study methods. Could say now. Studying wasn't too painful for him anymore. Could it be done? Of course it could. With such great progress, can't it prove something? Study hard. Try once. Nathan liked getting strength instantly. He sat up straight, nodded, seriously said, I can do it. At this time in the room, Ashley didn't hurry to play games, but was watching Emma sitting on the bed playing with her phone. With somewhat thoughtful expression, feeling Ashley's gaze, Emma raised her head, surprised asked, what's wrong? Ashley said, I wanted to ask during dinner earlier. Who were you chatting with? Also saying you like Nathan. Ah, Emma indeed. She was silent for a while, couldn't speak. She didn't expect Ashley saw. Good thing only Ashley saw. She'd known she liked Nathan for a long time. If others saw, especially Nathan, she'd really feel very embarrassed. Still such a person. She still had thick skin to contact her? And about Nathan too. Emma helplessly nodded. She said, Lily knows I'm living at Nathan's house. So she came asking what our relationship is. Then just tell her straight. Say you two are boyfriend-girlfriend. Let her give up. Nathan would definitely agree if he knew. As long as it's to stop Lily from bothering him. He'd definitely agree. How can that be? I can't lie like that. What if discovered? Then just make it real. You and Nathan really being together, wouldn't that be great? After all, don't you like him? Ashley's words just ended, the room fell into complete silence. Emma lowered her head, not knowing what she was thinking. After a long while hesitantly spoke. But Nathan, are you afraid he doesn't like you? I think he very likely also likes you. Would you live under the same roof with someone you don't like? And sleep in the same bed too? Emma raised her head, and firmly said, Then I also can't confess, at least not now. Why? Because of Mom? She knows Nathan's studying made great progress. And is very happy. She really hopes Nathan's studies get better and better. But if I confess to him now, being beside him would definitely affect his studies. I can't do that, Emma said very firmly, but her eyes still showed some sadness. Ashley saw very clearly. So letting Nathan keep being bothered by Lily. You don't care? You say you'd affect his studies. But first, this problem isn't accurate. You being together also wouldn't necessarily affect his studies. Second, if he keeps being bothered by Lily, don't you think that's what affects his studies? Emma once again fell silent. She knew even if she didn't confess to Nathan, didn't want to affect his studies, but someone would still bother him. That person was Lily. She felt very conflicted, didn't know what to do right. Ashley saw Emma not speaking, then stood up, gently said, All right, I understand your thoughts. Then how about this? After all, I'm Nathan's deskmate. I'll try to help you find out what he thinks. Okay? With the current situation, if he really doesn't want to date, I'll tell you. Can you wait? And if he wants to date, and also likes you, I'll try to help him confess to you. Okay? Chapter 79. Is there a way to make them break up? Ashley's words made Emma surprised. Really? Can I actively confess, but really won't affect Nathan's studies? With Ashley's suggestion, Emma felt moved, but she still had some worry. She didn't want to become someone affecting Nathan. She didn't want to disappoint Nathan's mother. All those were her weak points. That's why she hesitated like this. I think it won't. His studies won't be affected. Doesn't that mean he lacks self-discipline? You think Nathan would be like that? He can give up games, study hard every day. Can cook every day, never lazy, buying food every day. Diligently exercising. Living alone but still maintaining discipline. Don't all those prove he has very strong self-discipline? Right. Emma nodded. She agreed with Ashley's words. Indeed. She clearly understood how strong Nathan's self-discipline was. These things few people could do. Compared to that, if self-discipline was poor, would really affect studies. Then indeed Nathan wouldn't have such problems. So what do you think? If you agree, I'll help you. If you still insist on your thoughts, I'm also fine. Also saying she likes Nathan. Laughed lightly, asking what Emma thought, though she asked like that. But looking at her expression, felt like she already knew Emma's answer. Emma took a deep breath. Then exhaled. Just that one breath. She seemed to have decided. Then she raised her head looking at Ashley. Eyes firm. I want to be with Nathan. Please help me. Whatever I need to do, I agree. Getting the definite answer, Ashley nodded satisfied, sat down, said, You don't need to do anything. I just think Nathan and you match well. At least better than that whatever person Lily. Right when Ashley finished saying this, Emma suddenly moved. She opened her arms hugging Ashley. Softly whispered some words in her ear. Thank you, Ashley. Ashley's eyes widened, looking confused, mind blank. After being stunned for a while, she spoke. It's nothing. I just find it fun. Just looking for some fun. Emma let go, looking into her eyes. Eyes slightly moved, eyes containing a light smile. Then thank you. Ashley was silent a bit, adjusting posture. Then turned away, using hair to cover her face. What, it's fine. Nathan and Emma stayed until about 4 to 5 p.m. Finally, Nathan used needing to go home to study as reason to leave. The two walked home, not saying anything. Because each was thinking about their own thoughts, related to each other. Emma occasionally looked at Nathan's profile, in her head thinking, if this really succeeded, then would she and Nathan be boyfriend-girlfriend? Then tonight could officially let Nathan hold her to sleep. Would at school she be able to publicly hold Nathan's hand? At that time, would Nathan change toward her? Would he talk more? Would he treat her better? Just thinking about these things, Emma felt extremely excited inside, even somewhat impatient, though before she'd said, didn't want to disturb Nathan's studies. Couldn't confess to him, but now after Ashley's advice, she really looked forward to it. I say Emma, what's wrong? Emma was called back by Nathan. Just recovered her spirit and looked at him. Before you said you had no expectations for university, right? So do you want to test into the same university as Ashley? That school is quite good. You and Ashley can definitely both get in, and can have companions. Isn't that great? What about you? Emma at first answered immediately. Because studying at the same school with close friends, of course, is a very good thing. But right after, she thought of something more important. That was, would Nathan enter the same school as her? She'd just been thinking, what if beside Nathan? But currently they're still in senior year. The most important stage. Even if together couldn't be careless. Still had to prioritize studies. She just wanted a status. Just needed to confirm the relationship. Besides that, she didn't need anything more. Live with Nathan like before. Until after university exams, after entering university, is when they could focus on dating. She really looked forward to that stage. But if Nathan didn't enter the same university as her, what to do? She absolutely wouldn't allow that to happen. She definitely had to attend the same school as Nathan. No matter what school didn't matter. She could even not go to university. Find a job, then take care of Nathan would be fine. In summary, she didn't want to be apart from Nathan. Nathan thought for a while. Then asked back, You think I could test into the university you and Ashley test into? Nathan's words carried some self-deprecation, making people unable to distinguish if really asking, or already knew but deliberately asking. But Emma still seriously answered, I think you can. Nathan, you're very smart. As long as you're willing to study, you'll definitely succeed. Nathan turned his head, looking at Emma's firm eyes. Somewhat surprised, he slightly raised his eyebrows, smiled mockingly, then said, Okay. Then please teach me to study. Hope I can test into the same school as you guys. Emma immediately smiled happily, nodded strongly. Okay. That night, the two studied at home until late. Seemed like they'd taken testing into that university as the final goal. Under Emma's guidance, Nathan really gained confidence. Felt he had a chance. Just need to seize every opportunity. Make up for lost progress. Second day returning to school. Students difficultly left their beds, carrying heavy backpacks on their backs. Like zombies, leaving home. Heading toward school. Lily when leaving home. Distracted, lacking energy. Not just because this exam was too bad, but also scolded by parents. And another thing worrying her more That was her former best friend. Now became a romantic rival. She liked Nathan. Originally just simply living together. Every day going to school together, leaving school. Success rate almost 100%. While she'd rejected him for 2 years. Put into hell mode. Success rate almost 0. Now, Lily's mood had changed. From initially wanting to approach Nathan. Now became wanting Emma away from Nathan. Sigh. Is there a way to make them break up? Chapter 80. Alright. Enough. This is my confession. Oh, what's wrong? What exactly are you worried about? Because this exam wasn't good. You got scolded at home? Madison patted Lily's shoulder lightly. Seeing her in a lifeless state. She thought she was sad about the poor exam. But Lily shook her head. Pointed to one side of the classroom. Madison looked that way. Saw Emma sitting in front of Nathan and Ashley. The three eating while chatting. Looking very harmonious. Emma also always smiling. Seemed much happier than when playing with her. Madison immediately understood what Lily was worried about. So it's jealousy. Seeing her former best friend. Now has other friends. And so happy too. Isn't this also a kind of being cheated on? Oh, don't be sad anymore. Didn't expect Ashley had such charm. Even deceived Emma to this extent. No, it's not. Emma going there. Actually, the main reason is still because Nathan's there. Oh, Madison looked at Lily surprised. Not understanding what she meant. What do you mean? You mean Emma likes Nathan? How do these two have this relationship? Though I don't understand what relationship they have. But I advise you better not get involved. Lily looked toward those three. Eyes vacant. Eyes lacking vitality. Right, I also have to get involved. Until now. The word, like, Emma had replied to her yesterday. Still echoing in her head. She didn't expect Emma to be so straightforward. Could say it so casually. That she liked Nathan. Even she couldn't do that. Like the last piece of cloth covering the body. Just couldn't remove it. Until now, she could only see Emma appearing beside Nathan frequently, and their relationship getting better. Surpassing herself. Her worrying was useless. Because she couldn't do anything. That evening, after school, Lily witnessed Emma and Nathan leaving together. She thought about them going to the same home. Felt like her heart was being squeezed. She walked out of the school gate. Walking while thinking about these things. Mind not present. Even when someone stood in front, she didn't recognize. Clap. The person ahead clapped loudly. Making her immediately regain her spirit. She raised her head, surprised looking at the other person. Before her was a boy. Wearing glasses. Neat hair. One look knew the studious type. The boy slowly spoke. Gently said, "Classmate, I have something to tell you. Can I borrow some of your time?" Lucas Chen. The boy was somewhat surprised. Raising eyebrows. Asked, "You know me?" "Of course. Still young. Definitely everyone knows. Isn't your photo in the hallway?" "If so, then I don't need to introduce myself. Let me borrow some time. I want to chat with you." Lucas moved closer. Distance with Lily somewhat close. Making her feel somewhat tense. "Want to talk about what?" Lucas put hands in pockets. Gently said, "You're Emma's best friend, right? Could you help me call her out? I want to confess to her." Lily's eyes widened. Stunned looking back. Mouth opened wide. "What are you saying?" "I mean I like Emma. I want to confess to her. Can you help me? I'll continue to repay." Lucas didn't understand why Lily reacted so strongly. Still, he kept a calm expression. Like talking about something unrelated. Lily calmed down. Spoke. "This news is too outdated. We're not friends anymore. Moreover, I advise you don't waste effort. She already has someone she likes. Someone in our class." Hearing this news, Lucas didn't seem surprised. Just silent for a bit. Then continued, "It's fine. As long as they're not officially together. Then I still have a chance. Sorry for bothering." After speaking, he turned preparing to leave. Lily's mouth corner twitched. Couldn't believe someone so optimistic. "Don't you have no chance? They're already living together." "Living together?" Lucas turned back looking at Lily. Showing doubt on his face. After a while, he relaxed then said, "It's fine. I don't care. I have no concept of chastity. Oh, you're really invincible, kid. It's not this problem. The important thing is they've already done that. Why do you still want to interfere? So have they publicly announced they're officially dating? No, then that's nameless. I ask you, in this era, what do you think is more important? Definitely status is more important, right? At least in my eyes, both are equally important. Without status, just a third party. So I naturally have reason to interfere. Lucas spoke very righteously, making Lily not know how to refute. Normally speaking, people hearing the other has someone they like would give up. Who knows the other already living with someone else? Still so optimistic. Really still wanting to do something. Really going against all rules. Didn't expect a genius top of class would have such special thinking. But Lily thought again. What if she really had a chance? After all, she's also top scorer in the whole school. Definitely quite a few people like her. Nathan, after all, his grades are a weakness. No matter how much progress. Can't surpass Emma. He studies so well. Shouldn't find someone who studies poorly as a boyfriend. Someone like Lucas wouldn't be very good. If Lucas succeeded, wouldn't that separate Nathan and Emma? Oh wait. Lily hurriedly chased after. An idea suddenly flashed in her head. Felt it could be implemented. Emma and Nathan haven't been together long. Even if liking. Definitely not completely liking yet. If she could like Nathan, then liking others is also normal. She thought like this. Felt Lucas really had some chance. Lucas turned looking at Lily. Asked. Anything else? Actually, I also think you have a chance. Let me help you. Do you have a plan? Lucas frowned. Lily said. Plan? What do you mean? Don't you want to confess? No plan at all. Don't need a plan. Sincere confession is enough. Express my feelings. I don't necessarily have to be with her. I just hope she knows. Can only know someone is attracted by her qualities. This is enough. This is my confession. Chapter 81. Both sides agree, so does that count as playing hooligan? Not friends. No problem. This way Lily was so surprised she couldn't close her mouth. Didn't know that. She thought the person in front wasn't the same age as her. Don't people think a bit before speaking? Do we even know each other? Just met and already confessing. What the hell, who would agree? But Lily's advice seemed not to receive agreement from Lucas. He shook his head saying, my liking her is my business. If she doesn't like me, that's her business. She's not my choice after weighing pros and cons. But a choice I made because my heart beats irregularly. Because knowing it's impossible but still determined to do it. Direct confession is my greatest sincerity. After speaking, Lucas decisively turned and left. Just looking at his back, could see how determined he was. Seemed nothing could change his thinking. Lily was completely stunned, standing still in place. Just now, felt like hearing an unbelievable statement. She even started doubting. Was she dreaming? Was everything fake? Such a late night was really weird. Lily didn't pay attention to that person anymore. She originally thought that person would be somewhat useful. But looking at it just came to make jokes. The next morning going to school. She'd already forgotten all about this. Nathan arrived at school very early. Sat in his seat. Since he'd determined to test into a good university. His whole mind only thought about studying. As for the purpose, definitely to study better to be able to play later. Study to be able to play. He thought that was reasonable. During morning self-study, Nathan did exercises. Completely focused. Ashley sitting beside spoke asking. What do you and Emma do at home in the evening? Just her teaching you to study? Yeah. Nathan raised his head, looking at Ashley with doubtful eyes. Then nodded saying, yeah. Sometimes I exercise. About once every 2 or 3 days. The rest of the time is mostly studying. Nathan remembered last night they also studied until late. He felt his studying speed was already very fast. Now if given a test right away, his ranking would definitely rise quite a bit. After all, he had a teacher like Emma, with such excellent grades. She definitely taught very well. His studying would definitely be twice as effective. You're really boring. At home with a beautiful girl. And not moved at all? Ashley's words made Nathan stop writing. raised his head looking toward Emma. He knew Emma was indeed very beautiful. The whole school might not know, but she was definitely the class beauty, especially with such good personality and temperament. Almost half the boys in class liked her, just didn't dare say it, because before Ryan stood out, was the first to step forward, making others embarrassed not daring to advance. His advantage was helping Emma block many pursuers. Nathan looked away, glancing at Ashley, said, "So what do you want? Take advantage when someone's in trouble? Helping is because I don't want to do good then be seen as bad. How do you know she doesn't want to?" Both sides agree, then what's deception? Nathan frowned, slowly put down the pen. Deep eyes looking at Ashley. What do you mean? Next you're going to ask me, do I like Emma? Look at you being smart. Because yesterday, you two seemed to talk a lot about love. At that time I was wondering, why were you two interested in this? Turns out you were setting a trap for me. Ashley shrugged, smiled with a smirk, continued asking, so what? What's your answer? This question froze Nathan. He was completely silent, not saying anything, eyes glancing back and forth, as if really thinking. Ashley didn't rush him either, just quietly waiting for an answer. After a while, Nathan took a deep breath, then said, I toward her, perhaps more sympathy. What she encountered, her situation makes me feel sympathetic. And if I can do something to help her, then that's definitely the best thing. Nathan looked toward Emma's back. In his head, that day's image appeared again. When taking Emma home, and the things that happened each day after. He remembered clearly. Clearest was definitely the night a few days ago. The day his mother adopted Emma as her daughter, had shown him how much Emma lacked security, how much she yearned to feel family warmth again. He made a bold decision that night, pretending to sleep, then turned over gently holding her. He thought Emma needed this. At least it would make her feel someone was beside her. No need to worry about being alone again. Ashley tilted her head, looking at Nathan with somewhat surprised eyes. Like or not like, choose which. Can't you choose? She didn't understand Nathan's words. What did it have to do with her question? She asked if he liked Emma. He said it was sympathy. Nathan suddenly looked at Ashley. Eyebrows furrowed, eyes somewhat deep and burning. You know why I pursued Lily before? For so long? Why? Because I completely don't know what liking is. What feeling of liking someone is like. I can't access it. That's my blind spot. And it limited my imagination. I can't imagine what it would be like if really pursuing successfully. It's like a poor person imagining the emperor. In the end, just holding a golden hoe to plow. And me, probably imagining being with Lily. Playing games with her. Ashley blinked, looking somewhat confused. He imagined when in love. Isn't there lots to do? Daily intimacy. Inseparable closeness. But in Nathan's thinking, it's playing games together? Besides that, no other thoughts? So you still don't understand? Nathan shook his head, replied, Don't understand. If I say I want to play games with Emma, then is that liking her? What exactly mood must one have to prove I like her? I really don't know. So how can I tell you whether I like Emma or not? Ashley leaned back in her chair, crossed her legs, using hand to cover mouth, eyebrows tightly furrowed, as if thinking about a complex problem. After a while, she looked at Nathan, breathed out coldly, said, This. If according to what you say, then you actually from beginning to end never liked Lily at all. Chapter 82. But do you actually like her? This isn't certain, right? Maybe so. Nathan, after hearing, reacted very calmly, as if this result to him wasn't surprising at all. All right, but for Ashley it was quite surprising. Ashley thought Nathan liked Lily, liked her indescribably, but actually he didn't understand what liking was, whether it was liking or not, yet forced himself to pursue her for 2 years. No wonder he could say like that. Give up, then give up. Without hesitation at all. Originally, if could give up so decisively. Unless someone lived again from a previous life. But the result was he didn't like her. These past 2 years were just an experiment with his feelings. Liking isn't complicated. Just the feeling of wanting to be together. Don't need to think too complexly. Just say, definitely if you and Emma were together. You'd agree, right? Definitely agree. She studies well, is beautiful. Why wouldn't I agree? There are many girls in this world who study well and are beautiful. So can I like each one? If I don't like Emma, then being together, won't we eventually break up? Isn't that hurting her more? This is also one of my blind spots. I can answer all your questions. But feelings I really don't understand. Ashley, extremely helpless, rubbed her forehead. She originally planned to probe what Nathan thought. Also wanted to match Nathan and Emma. But now she realized, maybe she wasn't suited for this at all. Herself didn't understand anything. How could she match others? She originally thought this was easy to resolve. After all, if didn't like, could still sleep in the same bed together? But thinking again, already sharing a bed, yet nothing happened. So is that liking? The person you like right beside you, yet not moved at all. Impossible. Sigh, I don't understand either. Isn't this gradually exploring? Nathan sighed, raised his head, finding Emma secretly looking at him. After eyes met, she showed a light smile. Then quickly turned away. Nathan lowered his head, picked up pen, preparing to continue exercises. But looked at the paper for over 10 seconds. Couldn't write a single word. At noon, Emma came to find the two for lunch. Nathan was even more silent, focused on eating. Didn't even raise his head. Emma lowered her voice. Secretly asked Ashley by her ear. What's wrong? Ashley just shook her head. Didn't answer her question. Emma at this time was also very confused. In this strange atmosphere, they finished lunch. After lunch, Ashley and Emma both prepared to go to the bathroom together. Walking down the hallway, Emma observed around to see if it was safe. Then asked softly, "What happened? Did you help me probe Nathan's intentions?" Ashley embarrassedly scratched her nose. Replied, "The situation is somewhat unexpected." Unexpected? What do you mean? It's that Nathan now is somewhat unclear about his own thoughts. But at least I understood something. That is Nathan from beginning to end. Never liked Lily. Him pursuing Lily seems to be to clarify whether he actually likes her. Emma suddenly fell silent. Wasn't it supposed to probe about me? Why bring up Lily's matter? So does he like me or not? If I confess, will it succeed? Probably can succeed, but whether he likes you isn't certain. Ah, Emma, after hearing, felt even more confused. So if I can succeed, why isn't it certain he likes me? Not liking can also accept confession? Right when Emma was about to ask more, in front of them appeared a person, blocking their path. Both stopped looking at the person in front, clearly deliberately blocking the way. Emma, can I borrow some of your time? Are you Lucas? Emma recognized the person in front. After all, he was famous in the whole school. His pictures hung all over the hallway. Hard not to see. Top 1 of the year, everyone knew. And she ranked 3rd in the year. Yet hardly anyone knew. So Emma was very confused. Didn't understand why he recognized her. And what he wanted with her. Lucas saw Emma recognized him. He showed a light smile. Nodded, saying, "Yes. That's right, I have something to tell you." "Can I?" Emma nodded. Said, go ahead." Ashley, standing beside, slightly frowned. Felt something wasn't right. Had a bad premonition. Lucas adjusted his collar. Spoke. "It's like this. Last month's exam we were in the same room. I don't know if you remember. I sat right next to you. Though we don't know each other. But after you accidentally looked at me, you still smiled politely. Your every action moved my heart. And I like you." Lucas's words made the space suddenly silent. Especially, this hallway didn't just have them. Students passing by also heard these words. Emma at this time was stunned. Her eyes full of disbelief. Ashley's lips pressed tight, eyebrows twitching, speechless. This was her first time encountering this situation. After lunch, preparing to go to bathroom. Met someone confessing, as if this person just sat in class. Saw Emma pass by the window. Immediately hurriedly put things down and ran over. Confessed right away. Really too sudden and hasty. Unbelievable. Lucas stepped forward, making Emma panic, stepping back. Then he continued speaking. I heard you currently have someone you like. But I still hope you can give me a chance. I'll try my best to bring you what you want. What kind of person do you like? I'll work in that direction. What kind of person don't you like? I'll also change. Students passing by at this time had all stopped their steps, standing beside observing, and whispering to each other. But Lucas seemed completely unaware. He didn't care about others' gazes or words at all. However, Lucas could ignore Emma, but couldn't ignore him. Now she was red-faced like a pepper. Both shoes kept rubbing on the floor. Wanted to leave but couldn't. She'd completely fallen into an awkward situation. Didn't even dare raise her head. Just dared look at the ground. Ashley noticed this. She was about to stand up to help Emma say a few words. But immediately, a hand suddenly reached out, grabbed Emma's wrist. Without saying anything, pulled her away from this noisy place. Emma wasn't prepared at all. Was startled. Hurriedly raised her head. When seeing the person in front, her eyes immediately lit up with joy. Nathan. Chapter 83. Then be her boyfriend. Everyone around was surprised by this sudden scene. They secretly peeked at them leaving. Lucas too, watching that figure, heart continuously churning. Ashley showed a smile, eyes full of satisfaction. So the person Emma likes is this one? Lucas muttered. His eyes narrowed. In those deep eyes hidden a bit of coldness. Those present all felt sorry for Lucas. A scene like this, could be said, put him in an extremely embarrassing situation. But Lucas didn't care. He didn't seem affected at all. Quietly returned to class. Hard not to admire his endurance. Nathan glanced back. Saw no one chasing. His worried feeling gradually eased. He realized. He seemed to have just done something unexpected. He also didn't know why. When sitting in class, thinking about Emma and Ashley leaving class, he naturally followed, not walking far. Saw Lucas blocking them. When hearing Lucas's words, he just felt somewhat uncomfortable. So, he didn't think much and pulled Emma away. Emma walked behind Nathan. Said softly, "Thank you. Without you I wouldn't know what to do." Corner of her mouth hiding a light smile. Just thinking about the scene earlier. When Nathan pulled her away, her heart was endlessly happy. Felt like in her heart was a miniature version of herself. Happily jumping. Though unclear about Nathan's thoughts. But when he did this, it meant he really cared about her, right? Nathan didn't turn back. Gently replied, "It's fine, just not doing outside work." After saying that sentence, he felt somewhat familiar. Remembered when taking Emma home. Seemed he also said it was outside work. But after what happened later, he thought this outside work was probably right. Before, Emma's so thin like that. Almost her whole person exuded sadness. No spirit at all. But now Emma seemed to have returned to before, when there was no incident. That feeling making her recover like this. Nathan felt he did quite well. In the afternoon, in class, just after class was quite noisy. Around Emma. Don't know if intentional or unintentional. Always had many people refusing. A few boys seemed deliberately wanting to tease Emma. Don't know if wanting to attract attention. Ashley gently patted Nathan's shoulder. Pointed toward Emma. Look. Nathan raised his head. Just saw a boy giving something to Emma. Though Emma immediately refused. She wanted to give it back to him. But he still quickly left. Not giving her chance to refuse. HMPH, she's too popular. So what? Nathan nodded, looking unconcerned. Before Ryan blocked in front of Emma. Though he couldn't pursue. But as long as he was there, no one else dared pursue. Now Ryan wasn't here. Those boys liking Emma couldn't sit still anymore. Then there would probably be more people pursuing her. Nathan raised his head looking at Ashley. Expression surprised. Asked. So what? You mean, want me to replace Ryan? Looking like that, you're the most suitable person. Nathan shook his head. Why should I stop others from pursuing? I don't have that right. Ryan was hated like that. You want me to be hated too? Then be her boyfriend. Then you'd have that right. Nathan looked at Ashley, eyes doubtful. Eyebrows also furrowed, confused. Are you really Ashley? You're not someone who'd care about this. Why do you keep talking about these things today? though he really wanted to pretend not understanding. But Ashley was too obvious. She never talked about these things before. Today was like wanting to match him and Emma together. Ashley realized she'd gone too far. Mentioning these things in front of Nathan. Had to keep proper limits. Otherwise he might be unhappy. And she wouldn't know what to do. All right, I won't say any more, as long as you understand. Ashley waved her hand, deciding to stop, not saying more. Nathan sighed through his nose, looking very helpless. But when he was about to start studying again, his head was completely confused. No mind to study anymore. Forget it, I'll sleep a bit. Nathan directly threw the pen aside, then lay on the desk, preparing for a short nap in class. When Nathan just lay down not long, Emma already saw this scene. She suddenly opened her eyes wide, eyes lighting up, hurriedly stood up walking toward Nathan's desk. When she was about to get close, Ashley suddenly raised her hand blocking her. She also stopped, looking not knowing what to do. Emma put her hand on her forehead, pretending to take temperature. She was asking Ashley if Nathan wasn't well, because she hadn't seen Nathan sleep in class for long. Every time looking toward him, he was studying, but today seeing him lying down, Emma couldn't help worrying in her heart. Was Nathan unwell? Ashley also understood her meaning. She shook her head, then raised her chin slightly, closed eyes for a moment. Emma breathed a sigh of relief. She knew Nathan was just resting. Just now she was worried to the point her heartbeat accelerated. She thought if Nathan wasn't well, she'd quickly take him home. Emma adjusted her breathing, a bit worried, then turned to go back. Ashley's mouth corner slightly raised, turned to look at Nathan. Only saw him lying sideways on the desk, face toward Ashley, and at this time his eyes weren't closed. All of Ashley's actions just now, he saw clearly. Ashley seemed to know this too. When the two made eye contact, laughed softly. Didn't say anything more, but their eyes seemed to have exchanged many things. Nathan then closed his eyes. After a while, in the evening after school, Ashley quickly packed her things, stood up and said, "Tonight I have things to do. I'm leaving first, not waiting for you guys." "Go ahead," Nathan nodded, watching Ashley hurriedly leave. Then he also packed his things, preparing to leave class. But when at the classroom door, he stopped his steps, turned back looking toward Emma still hurriedly packing things. Before he just worried going forward. Never waited for Emma. When Emma finished packing, she would hurriedly run after. But today, he stopped at the classroom door, silently standing waiting. Emma quickly, then put on her backpack, walking toward the classroom door. She knew, if she didn't hurry, she wouldn't catch up with Nathan. But when she just walked a few steps, raised her head looking forward, saw Nathan standing at the classroom door. She stopped in place, blinked several times, mouth slightly open, eyes also flashed some surprise. She didn't expect Nathan didn't leave, but was waiting here. Was he waiting for her? "Let's go," Nathan gently said, then turned walking out of class. Emma struggled for a moment, confirming Nathan was waiting for her. Her eyebrows slightly raised, then smiled, hurriedly followed. Arriving beside Nathan, Emma said thank you softly. "Thank for what?" "Thank you for waiting for me." "Is this worth thanking for?" The two were talking softly. Nathan felt his mood very complex. This feeling like never before. Though, this wasn't the first time Nathan and Emma walked together, but always felt this feeling very strange. The two walked on the road home. The night street very dark, but fortunately streetlights bright, illuminating the road ahead. Nathan like forgetting everything, just focused walking forward, in his head not thinking anything. But Emma was different. She now could say was thinking many things. Also hesitating, also wavering. After hearing Ashley's words, returning to class she kept thinking. If she said she'd succeed confessing, then that also meant Nathan didn't hate dating her. Moreover, Nathan helped her escape danger. Must know at that time not just her. Ashley was also there. So even if Nathan didn't appear, Ashley could still protect her, help her escape that situation. But Nathan's appearance Could say made him full of confidence. No matter the result. Already like this now. If I don't confess, then what am I waiting for? Especially in the evening after school. Nathan deliberately waited for her. This was unprecedented. So now must be the best time, right? Nathan, Emma suddenly changed her voice. Then stepped forward. Turned standing facing Nathan. Eyes firmly looking at him. Nathan also recovered from his daze. Stood still. Looking at Emma before him. Ah, Emma took a deep breath. Then closed eyes, exhaling. Looking toward Nathan. Slowly opened her mouth. I want to say I'm afraid. Right at this moment, a clapping sound suddenly rang out, cutting off Emma's words. Both looked toward the sound. Found don't know when someone was standing under the streetlight. And that person they both recognized. Nathan directly frowned, and immediately saw. Wasn't it Lucas, who confessed to Emma at noon? What was he doing here? Still wanting to confess to Emma? Emma also stepped back 2 steps. Hiding behind Nathan. Good thing Nathan was beside. If she walked alone on this road, and saw Lucas standing there, she'd definitely be scared. Lucas slowly approached, eyes always staring at Nathan. Completely not looking at Emma once. What are you doing? Nathan asked. Voice not very friendly, even somewhat hostile. Lucas stood before Nathan, coldly said, I'm not here to cause trouble. Just to talk. Nathan pointed at himself, somewhat unbelievingly asked. He thought Lucas came to find Emma. Talk to me about what? Is it about noon? Making him think I'm his rival. So wanting to talk to me? Emma was worried. She felt the other came to cause trouble. So she raised her hand. Gently pulled Nathan's sleeve. Nathan moved his body to one side, completely shielding Emma behind. Lucas glanced aside, snorted, then said, Your body. Still afraid of me? How stupid would I have to be? To come here causing trouble. I'm just a bookworm. But I think now you need to talk with me. What do you mean? Nathan sensed something wrong. Face immediately became serious. He looked at Lucas before him. Purpose seemed not simple. Not like he thought. Just wanting to ask him something. What do I have to say to him? Do you want to talk or not? No harm. We just need to talk privately. Lucas stepped back 2 steps. Pushed his glasses. Seemed ready to leave immediately after Nathan refused. Nathan though felt strange. But felt he definitely had no ill intentions. Even if he had ill intentions. Do I need to be afraid? If he wants to talk, then talk. Also take this chance to extinguish his thoughts. Make him not bother Emma anymore later. All right. Nathan raised his head. Calmly agreed. Then he looked toward Emma standing behind him. Gently said, You go back first. I'll come back later. Saying that he gave her the key in his hand. Emma took the key. Face showing worry. Still don't bother with him anymore. Let's just go straight. It's fine. Just formally help you reject him. So he won't pester you anymore. Nathan comforted her. Then signaled her to go first. Emma hesitated a bit, but still listened to Nathan's words. Took the key and left, looking back every 3 steps. Then left here. When Emma left, Nathan stepped forward, looking at Lucas, asked, Speak. What do you want to say? Lucas glanced behind, where Emma just left, slowly opened his mouth. Just now Emma wanted to confess to you. I sensed it. Also deliberately interrupted her at this time. Are you angry at me? Nathan showed a thoughtful expression. Gently furrowed brows. Emma just now wanted to confess to me? I didn't even realize. He realized. Lucas put hands in pockets. Seemed wanting to take something out. Continued speaking. Because I guessed you'd reject Emma with a hesitant attitude. So I stood out. I don't want to see her sad. After speaking, Lucas took out a pack of cigarettes. Unopened. He opened it and offered Nathan a cigarette. Nathan waved his hand. Said I don't smoke. Then sorry. I guessed wrong. I thought you would smoke. I don't smoke either. This is what I bought for you. Lucas stuffed the cigarette back in the pack. Then threw it straight in the trash beside. Nathan had no interest in this. He was still thinking about Lucas's earlier words. Thinking why he knew. He knew just now Emma wanted to confess to him. Even guessed he would refuse. Chapter 85. Love has no definition. Has no standard. Nathan gradually relaxed his guard. Felt like what Lucas wanted to say probably wasn't that simple. What exactly did he want to say? I just want to ask you. What makes you hesitate like this? Is it uncertainty? Whether you like Emma or not? Lucas said a sharp sentence, making Nathan couldn't help feeling a bit worried. He and him basically don't know each other. Never had contact before, but why could he speak his mind in just one sentence? Nathan stabilized his mood, coldly asked, "What does it have to do with you?" Lucas raised his hand, shrugged, said, "It has nothing to do with me. I'm just meddling in others' business. Feel you need someone to talk to. Because I spent the whole afternoon finding out about you. No, you don't have any friends. In this situation, many thoughts can't be shared with others. Definitely you have many doubts that can't be answered. So I came here." Nathan felt somewhat confused inside. He heard these words, felt for a moment he wasn't wrong. "Of course," I said, "I'm just meddling in others' business. If you don't like me, I'll apologize and leave immediately. Just I hope you remember one thing." Nathan raised his head, looking at Lucas full of doubt. Lucas was silent for a while, then spoke, "Either accept or keep distance. Otherwise will be trouble for both sides." "What trouble?" Lucas took off his glasses, took out a lens cleaning cloth from his pocket. While wiping, said, "Have you ever thought the girl you'll like in the future? Or the girl who likes you? When knowing you and Emma live together, what will they think? Similarly, if you don't plan to be responsible for the rest of Emma's life, then don't hurt her future husband's heart anymore. Though I don't care, but many people care about that." Nathan's eyes brightened, eyebrows slightly furrowed, listening to Lucas's words. Like he just awakened. He only worried about Emma, doing things to help her, but didn't think about these things. He both rejected her and lived with her, though the two hadn't done anything. But living under one roof, ambiguous things would definitely happen. Sometimes just unclear emotions, just hurting the heart of someone who likes him, taking a step back, even if Emma was willing. But he, as a man, could he do this? Lucas put on glasses, stepped forward, gently patting Nathan's chest, his words extremely firm, making Nathan fall silent, unable to say a word. In his heart, continuously asking himself, was he really hurting Emma now? However, if he wasn't clear whether he liked her, then wouldn't he also be hurting her in the end? Lucas smiled, continued speaking, "Do you feel now you need someone to talk to?" Nathan sighed deeply, carefully asked, "What benefit is this to you?" "No benefit, I already said. Just don't want to see Emma sad. My feelings for her have stopped here. In the end, wanting to protect her smile, is that wrong?" Nathan turned around, looking at the streetlight ahead, focusing on that light, looking until his eyes hurt before looking away. He was silent for a long time, not knowing what he was thinking. After about 2 or 3 minutes, he finally spoke. "Why do you think you like Emma? How do you know you really like her? Love has no definition, has no standard. If I think it's love, then it's love. But I still don't understand." Nathan stepped forward 2 steps, intently looking at Lucas, with somewhat excited expression said, "Before I pursued a girl for 2 years. But simply because in middle school, no one paid attention to me. She paid attention to me. I thought I liked her. I didn't even know. If I successfully pursued her, what would happen? Would I take her to play games? Show her the in-game items I spent lots of money on buying those equipment? Would she therefore think I'm amazing? Then love me? Obviously impossible. So how do I maintain feelings? How do I know if I like her?" Lucas raised his hand, pushing the somewhat excited Nathan away, pushed his glasses, said, "I'll share my thoughts with you. After all, I have some dating experience. In middle school I dated. And dated for a year." Nathan was somewhat stunned. Stepped back, looking at Lucas full of doubt. What does middle school understand? How could there be any thoughts? Lucas leaned against the wall beside, looking at the night sky. Spoke, "At that time, after being with her, every time thinking of her I'd be happy. No matter how sad today. Just thinking of her I'd feel full of energy. No matter encountering anything happy or sad, I wanted to share with her. Every minute, every second thinking what she was doing. Don't know why, wanting to be close to her. Eyes always stopping on her. Seeing her interact with me a bit. I'd be very happy. Lips involuntarily smiling. Nathan also stood beside Lucas. Leaning against the wall, quietly listening to his words. Felt in his heart seemed to understand a bit. However, the main feeling was still afraid she'd show a bit. Impatient expression and tone. Afraid she'd deliberately avoid me. Would be affected by each of her actions. Would be inexplicably jealous because of someone else. Afraid she'd hate me, look down on me. Want her to know what I'm thinking. But afraid I'm being self-delusional. In summary, loving someone is really wonderful. In the heart, having a belief. Having a light. Having a direction to move forward. At that moment, he really wanted to admit he was in love. Lucas slightly curled his lips, bringing a gentle smile. Corner of eyes also slightly curved. Nathan felt very strange, then asked, "So what happened after? If you liked her so much, why not continue being with her?" Lucas turned, looking at Nathan, face bringing a light smile. "Then her mother knew I studied poorly in middle school. Her mother said not to let her play with poor students. Even came to my house. Said I made her waste study time. So they separated us." Nathan was silent for a while, then sighed. Eyes flashed surprise. Looking at Lucas gently, saying that. Plus his current grades. Hard to imagine how hard he worked after that. No matter what, he couldn't return to before. Nathan reached out, gently patting Lucas's shoulder. Comforting him. "If her family knew you study so well now, they'd definitely be very surprised. If they hadn't broken us up, I also wouldn't have grades like now. All because I didn't work hard enough then." Lucas finished speaking, then looked at Nathan. Asked, "So, did it help you? Do you understand your own feelings when in love?" Chapter 86. I like you. Be my girlfriend. It helped. Really had thoughts I also had. Nathan calmed down. Focused, thinking again. When with Emma, how did he feel? He also didn't know if this was the feeling of love. But really, when facing Ashley or her agreeing questions, he'd never had such feelings. This was a unique feeling. Just for Emma alone. Lucas walked before Nathan, patted his shoulder, said, "I can sense you definitely like Emma. You haven't realized, because you've never really loved anyone before. Right? That's right. Don't believe, let's just wait and see. After some more time, you'll be clearer about your heart. Really liking Emma. But by then, whether Emma still likes you isn't certain. You should think carefully." Lucas, after saying this, then turned, preparing to leave. Before leaving, he left another sentence, "Remember what I said. Either accept, or keep distance. This is good for both." After speaking, Lucas turned and left. Nathan watched his back, thinking a bit. He couldn't help but say this conversation had great meaning for him. Helped him answer many doubts. Also helped him somewhat determine his emotions. He just wasn't sure whether this feeling was love. He knew Lucas was very right. The reason he wasn't clear was because he'd never really loved anyone, though in his heart had feelings of liking, but didn't really care. Nathan stood still, thinking for a long time, before walking, preparing to go home. He didn't know when going home how to face Emma. Did she really want to confess earlier? Would she confess to him when back? When Nathan passed the corner, suddenly stopped, frozen in place. He saw a familiar person sitting on the steps. On those familiar steps was a familiar person. Over 10 days ago, also a rainy night, at that time on the steps under the streetlight, he'd met a girl, crying very painfully. And today, also tonight, also that place, also that person. Just today wasn't raining. She also wasn't crying anymore. The scene from before seemed to appear before his eyes again. But at this time, Emma sitting on those steps, holding his house key, looking at the phone he'd given her, face showing a happy smile. Nathan, seeing this scene, eyes sparkling, slightly pursing lips, as if smiling. He knew that over these years, helping Emma, this was the first time doing the most right thing in his life. Why hasn't she gone home yet? Nathan called out. Emma, hearing the call, she hurriedly raised her head. When seeing Nathan, the smile on her lips gentle and soft. She quickly stood up, ran before Nathan. Said, "Wait for me a bit. Are you okay?" "I'm fine. What could happen to me?" Nathan and Emma continued walking home. Emma curiously asked, "What did he say to you?" "Nothing, just talked." "Oh." Emma didn't continue asking. She followed Nathan. The two went home together. Getting home. Just entering the door, Nathan sat on a chair, looking like resting. But his eyes occasionally looked toward Emma. Sighed deeply. He breathed out, looking toward Emma and asked, "On the way back, what were you going to say?" Emma raised her head looking. Seeing Nathan's face, she couldn't help being stunned. Didn't expect Nathan still remembered her. She originally thought Nathan wouldn't care. At that time she was going to confess. But was interrupted. Moreover, after returning, Nathan seemed to be thinking about something. If Nathan was thinking about something important, she didn't want to bother him. Confessing at this time definitely wouldn't be a wise choice. So she didn't mention that matter again. She planned to wait for an appropriate time to say. Didn't expect Nathan to actively ask about this. "Nothing. Just wanted to ask you, what do you want for dinner?" "I'll make it for you." Emma stood up, walking toward the kitchen. She didn't know why she was like this. Clearly Nathan had already brought up this topic, creating an opportunity for her. But now she felt too shy to speak out. She felt now wasn't the right time. If she spoke out, the result definitely wouldn't be good. She wanted a truly perfect opportunity. Like on the way back earlier, very peaceful. The atmosphere between them was also very good. But right when she was about to approach the kitchen, walking past Nathan, Nathan suddenly reached out his hand, grabbing Emma's wrist, stopping her. Emma's eyes widened, face surprised. However, she didn't turn back. Also didn't say anything. Because at this moment her mind was completely blank. Her heart also in turmoil. Nathan could feel Emma's body slightly trembling. He asked softly, "You weren't planning to say that, were you?" Though his voice was small. But in Emma's heart, like a loud explosion, making her heart beat faster. "Ah no," she replied softly. Voice like a mosquito's buzz. If this room wasn't so quiet, Nathan definitely wouldn't have heard. "Then tell me, what did you really want to say?" Nathan's low voice made Emma's face suddenly flush red. Her ears also reddened. She originally didn't dare speak. But Nathan like this made it even harder for her to speak. But if Nathan had already asked like this, how could she lie again? She couldn't. Also didn't want to. So what should she do now? Maybe delay a bit. Find a reason to keep some space. Then wait for another day to tell him. While Emma was still struggling with her thoughts, Nathan slowly stood up. But his hand still held Emma's wrist tightly, not letting go. Emma still didn't turn back. But she knew Nathan had stood up. This made her feel somewhat tense, because she didn't know what Nathan would do next. At this moment, Nathan slightly curved his lips. Asked softly, "Can't say it? Or don't want to tell me?" Emma's body slightly trembled. She heard in Nathan's voice not just doubt, but also some disappointment. She even heard a bit of grievance. This was the first time she heard such a tone from Nathan, making her heart couldn't help but waver, like touching the softest thing in her heart. That was the fatal blow breaking through her heart's defenses. She had no more ability to resist. She took a deep breath, then suddenly turned around, her eyes very firm and very serious. "Nathan, I know saying this might be somewhat presumptuous, because everything I have now is yours. The candy and what Mom gave me. But I've noticed you. I have nothing. Don't deserve you. However, I still want to be brave once. Nathan, I like you. Be my boyfriend." Chapter 87. Otherwise, I might make you sad without knowing. Emma just finished speaking. The whole room fell into deathly silence. Felt like could hear the echo of Emma's words just now. Nathan's expression became especially dazed. He had known beforehand, knew Emma's words very likely were a confession. However, when the confession really came, he had prepared mentally, but still couldn't resist. Felt like it struck straight into his heart. Could even say it shook his soul. Right now, his mind was completely blank. Seemed he'd lost the ability to think. But his heart kept screaming. Is this the feeling of being confessed to? Is this feeling real? Emma's determined eyes and serious expression, after speaking, seemed to quickly fade, replaced by an unconcealable blush on her face. She lowered her head, looking very shy, outwardly looked very embarrassed, but inside was very happy. Finally she'd spoken her inner thoughts. If it was before, she definitely would never have been able to say it. Being able to say it now proved she'd changed from her previous weak personality. After a moment, Nathan spoke. Emma, hearing his voice, immediately raised her head, using expectant eyes looking at Nathan. She didn't know what her confession result would be, but even if the result wasn't as hoped, she also wouldn't be sad or discouraged because of it. Because from the beginning, she'd thought the confession would fail. She clearly recognized her current situation, though having poor academic ability, besides that having nothing, and she also thought she had no advantages that could attract Nathan. So, though she had expectations, but had also mentally prepared for failure, just hoped that after failure, the relationship between Nathan and her would stay the same as now. As long as it didn't get worse would be fine. So, you really like me? Not joking? Nathan continuously blinked, like his eyes were dry, speaking also stuttering, words jumbled. Really not joking? Emma without hesitation. Her answer made Nathan finally believe it. However, he still couldn't understand. After all, he, someone who throughout middle school was frequently mocked, had become a joke for 2 years. Sense of presence extremely low. Academic scores at the bottom. Could say very poor. Just such a person. Yet someone liked him. The person who liked him was even the class president at the top of the class. Not only with excellent grades, personality also very well liked by everyone. The person all classmates especially trusted. Appearance goes without saying. The pursued target of half the boys in class. Also quite a few pursuers from other classes. Very hard to imagine being liked by such a person. Was it just because he helped her? Nathan let go of Emma's wrist, stepped back. His voice seemed choked, feeling unable to speak, like wanting to say something, but couldn't find appropriate words. Feeling nervous like first time on stage. Emma, seeing this, squinted, smiling lightly, gently said, "It's okay. No need to answer me. I know you can't bear to reject me. I'll go make dinner for you. After eating we'll study. Just treat what happened as if it didn't happen. Don't let it affect your study mood." After speaking, Emma turned, preparing to go into the kitchen. No, wait a moment. Nathan seemed very anxious, hurriedly calling Emma back. Emma was startled, not knowing what was wrong with Nathan. She turned back, looking at him confusedly. Nathan breathing heavily, feeling his heart like choking up to his throat. Right after, he swallowed, throat moving, then spoke. "Just that I have no dating experience. Though I know you don't either. But I want to say, if I do something not good, or do something wrong, you have to point it out for me. I'll try to correct it. Otherwise I might make you sad without knowing." He didn't know he'd made Emma like this. Suddenly, eyes wide open, thin lips slightly trembling, she stepped forward, blinking with warm jade-like eyes, not daring to believe what she was hearing. "You mean, Nathan nodded, took a deep breath, then slowly exhaled. "I want to be your boyfriend." Nathan finished saying this. Time seemed to stop at this moment. Emma stood still in place. Right after, her lips started trembling. Tears immediately glistened in her eyes. Nathan immediately panicked. Before he could say anything, glistening tears already rolled down her flushed face. No, did I do something wrong? Don't cry," Nathan hurriedly asked, both hands not knowing where to put them. His whole person, like not knowing how to stand. Face full of confusion, his mind looking around. Right now he really wished there was some magical tool nearby that could immediately stop Emma's tears. Emma, seeing this scene, suddenly she thought of the first time coming to Nathan's house. She'd also cried in front of him. Did he react like this then? She'd even blamed him for speaking harshly then. Now, seeing Nathan's reaction, Emma couldn't help giggling, though tears still falling, but corner of her mouth smiling lightly. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm fine, I'm just crying from happiness. You scared me. Nathan immediately breathed a sigh of relief, feeling like a big stone in his heart had fallen. He thought just being with Emma had inadvertently made her cry. After that, Nathan still stood still in place, like a piece of wood, because he didn't know what to do next. He had a girlfriend now. Really had a girlfriend. And it was Emma. She was the goddess in so many boys' hearts. That Emma. She could be said to be far superior compared to who he'd pursued for 2 years before. He went from a bicycle to a sports car. So what should he do now? Should he celebrate? Or should he call to inform his mother? Or perhaps at this time, seeing Emma wiping tears, Nathan realized what he should do. At least should give her a tissue. Standing here like an idiot for what? After that, Nathan hurriedly got tissue for Emma. Wipe it. Don't cry anymore. Emma took the tissue, wiping tears from her eye corners. Then showed a happy smile. You're hungry, right? Let me make dinner for you. You rest a bit. Nathan quickly reacted, hurriedly stepped forward, stopping Emma. Ah no. Today let me cook. You go rest. Chapter 88. In the end, neither would yield. Both crowding in the kitchen together, preparing to cook together. This was the first time both appeared together in the kitchen. Nathan lowering his head washing vegetables, feeling like he was washing very attentively, while Emma was cutting vegetables, holding the knife cutting very skillfully. However, today don't know why. Sometimes cutting thick, sometimes thin. Moreover on her face, occasionally appearing cherry-like blushes. Her eyes also occasionally secretly glancing, looking at Nathan. Each glance made her face even redder. Nathan noticed something wrong, hurriedly put down the vegetables, grabbed the knife from Emma's hand. I'll do it. Not careful might cut your hand. Nathan looking at Emma's fair, slender hands, thinking if leaving a scar on her hands, then he'd really be a criminal. Then I'll wash vegetables. No. Don't wash vegetables, easy to hurt hands. I'll do it. Nathan stopping Emma, not letting her do that work. Let your hands get hurt. Emma surprised looking at him. At this time she didn't understand why washing vegetables could hurt hands. It's nothing, just a cucumber. Washing it is nothing. Emma thought Nathan seemed somewhat excessive, but her heart was very happy, because she knew Nathan was worrying about her. But, I've been in the kitchen cooking many times. No need to worry. Why now after they're together? Nathan so careful, like extremely paying attention to herself, afraid she'd carelessly break something. Emma looking at Nathan's serious side profile. Don't know why. Corner of her mouth uncontrollably curved up slightly. She'd never seen Nathan in this state. Nathan before gave her an extremely mature and calm feeling. Very reliable. Being with Nathan she felt extremely safe. But now Nathan, Emma also extremely liked. She thought he was really cute. Emma reached out her hand, using her finger poking Nathan's cheek. Gently said, then the kitchen is yours. I'll go clean the room. Then Emma left the kitchen. Nathan didn't turn his head, but the knife in his hand stopped. After a while, his ears seemed to redden a bit. Emma cleaning the living room. The bedroom and bathroom were also tidied by her, because originally already very clean. So cleaning was easy. After cleaning, the whole house looked completely new. At this time Nathan also prepared dinner and brought it to the table. Nathan was about to call Emma's name, but suddenly realized their relationship now, if calling by full name might be somewhat distant. Come eat. In the end, Nathan could only say softly, not accompanied by any address, because he really couldn't call out addresses that didn't feel strange. Good. Emma came but didn't notice. Nodded once, then happily sat at the dining table. Nathan served rice for Emma, got bowl and chopsticks, also poured a cup of warm water, making Emma somewhat embarrassed. She didn't expect officially dating would make Nathan change so much. Nathan really wasn't lying. He seemed really afraid of doing something wrong. Emma really wanted to tell Nathan, you don't need to be like this, don't need to treat me like this. This just makes you embarrassed. Compared to their normal state, it's not very similar. You don't need to worry about anything. I absolutely won't be angry with you. Also won't think what you do is wrong. Though they're together. Actually can still be like before. Emma said softly. Each word transmitted to Nathan's ears. Making Nathan somewhat confused. How am I acting? Aren't I just like normal? So how am I normally? Though he didn't understand much. But still obediently nodded saying Good, the two started eating. Don't know if due to psychology. Emma felt today's food especially delicious. She herself originally felt food Nathan cooked was extremely delicious. But today even more delicious. After eating, Emma as usual cleaned up dishes. Nathan also wasn't idle, cleaning together with Emma. Before at this time, he'd already abandoned everything to study. Now feeling, before how was I so selfish? Just helping Emma clean a bit what's wrong. Why couldn't help? Just missing a bit of study time. A few more minutes won't get more points. Now Nathan understood. Before he seemed really had many places not done well. Even so, Emma still didn't complain. Still liked him like this. After cleaning up, Nathan sat at the study desk, taking out books, preparing to start studying. Though today many things happened, but didn't affect his study progress. At this time Emma holding pajamas, standing beside Nathan, asked softly, Do you want to shower first? No, you shower first. You shower first, I'll study first. Okay, I'll shower quickly. Emma nodded, walking into the bathroom. Soon, water sounds came from the bathroom. Nathan still doing exercises. Don't know when started spinning pen. Also started shaking leg. Eyes occasionally glancing toward bathroom. What's wrong? Nathan muttered softly, feeling somewhat restless inside. Forehead starting to sweat small beads. Spirit extremely unfocused. Feeling like attention always toward bathroom. Emma also not first time showering here. Almost every day showers once. But before was I always like this? Clearly not. Before I never paid attention there. But today why like this? Not just eyes toward there. But in head also starting vague images appearing. I unconsciously staring at bathroom door. Like able to see. Vague shadow reflection. Showing slender figure. Smack. Next moment, a hard slap hit Nathan's face. It was him slapping himself. Can't even control such weakness. Really useless, he muttered scolding himself. Then tried shifting attention to books. Starting an absolutely focused study session. About half hour later, Emma wearing pajamas came out from bathroom. When seeing her sitting there, noticed Nathan somewhat off. What's with your face? Oh, what am I nervous about? Mosquito bite. Mosquito big as a hand? Emma tilted her face, laughing softly. Then slowly walked over, sitting down beside Nathan. Just sitting down, Nathan felt a light fragrance drifting into his nose. Nathan hurriedly lowered head, focusing on book, not letting mind wander. Emma sitting beside, like realizing something. She was still sensitive. Just one glance already noticed Nathan's state change. Before Nathan's face expressionless, studying highly focused, like outside world couldn't affect him. But today Nathan moving a lot. Tongue in mouth occasionally pushing cheek. Eyes dodging unstably. Forehead also sweating. What Emma feared most happened. Her confessing to Nathan had one prerequisite. If violating that condition, she'd rather never confess to Nathan. She pursed lips, face showing hesitation. After a while, she difficultly spoke. Nathan, if being with me affects your studies, affects normal life, then we won't. Definitely not. Nathan immediately shook head denying, not letting Emma continue. Nathan knew his current state was unprecedented before. Nathan found it very interesting. Whether mood or state, all made him feel fresh. Like adding many colors to his monotonous world. Before only games could do that. But didn't expect. The fresh feeling Emma brought far exceeded games. Though these feelings made Nathan unable to stop. But absolutely didn't affect other things. Even favorite games could temporarily put aside. To not affect studies. Then dating could also do it. Emma's lips slightly curved, bringing gentle smile, placing hand on Nathan's palm. She said, I trust you. Then, Nathan temporarily forgot their relationship. Like before, let Emma teach him exercises. During studying, both very focused, like wanting to prove, relationship change doesn't affect anything. When late at night, Nathan also knew almost finished studying. Should also shower and sleep. He walked into bathroom, preparing to shower. Emma then returned to bedroom first. She looked at blanket in middle of bed, thinking. That was their separator, dividing the big bed into two sides. Each person sleeping one side. But now, their relationship didn't need that anymore. A romantic relationship. If still blanket in middle, wouldn't that pull distance farther? After thinking a bit, Emma pulled away the middle blanket. Looking at the big bed before her, Emma's cheeks flushed light pink. Because in her heart, even wanted to take one of two pillows. If like that, then, the two of them, could share one pillow, right? That would really be sharing bed, sharing pillow. Though thinking is thinking like that. But she wasn't planning to do that. She and Nathan just started being together. If she did that, what if made Nathan unhappy? Emma lay on the bed. Bedroom and bathroom only separated by one wall. Lying at bedhead could also hear sounds from bathroom next door. In her head, again couldn't help imagining Nathan's figure. Before she could only imagine when Nathan went to gym. Had seen specific shape. Now the two were together. So could she try touching those muscles? She'd wanted to touch for long. But always didn't dare. Now she had legitimate status. Touching a bit shouldn't be excessive, right? Thinking this, Emma's throat moved slightly, swallowing once. Her face immediately flushed red. Then pulled blanket up covering herself. Why am I thinking randomly like this? Emma rolling back and forth on the big bed. Finally curled up in blanket. She hurriedly made herself sober. If keep thinking randomly like this, then at that time definitely will keep advancing. Being able to be with Nathan. She already felt very favored. How dare demand anything else? If because of her complacency, made Nathan hate her, finally breaking up, then definitely she'd regret crying out loud. Right, Emma poked her small head out from blanket, suddenly thought of something. Should I report this good news to Ashley? Throughout the process being able to be with Nathan, she helped a lot. I should repay her. Emma took out phone, opening chat interface with Ashley. Typed some words. Nathan and I are together. No, wrong. Emma deleted and rewrote. Writing then deleting, thinking forever not done. Felt on phone. Couldn't express all her mood. So finally decided to wait until tomorrow at school. Then directly tell Ashley. That would be better. At this time Emma heard water sound in bathroom stop. Meaning Nathan finished showering. She immediately put phone down. Wanting to pretend very natural. Lie down or sit up. Or pretend sleeping. No, definitely can't. What exactly am I nervous about? Emma again buried head in blanket. Face flushed whispering softly. Why did she feel like first time sleeping with Nathan? Just that first time. She only worried and feared. And this time, completely both shy and somewhat expectant. Clearly every night sleep together. But today their relationship different. Would something happen? What would Nathan do? Emma secretly thought in heart. No matter what Nathan did, she also wouldn't refuse. Click. After a while, bedroom door opened. Nathan walked in. Nathan saw Emma lying on bed. Couldn't help wondering why she wrapped blanket so tightly. Was this room very cold? And at this time, Emma in blanket secretly scolding herself weak. She didn't know what expression or manner to use. To face Nathan. So hid in blanket. Nathan originally thought Emma already slept. But seeing blanket still moving. Then knew she actually hadn't slept. After that he also noticed. The blanket originally used to separate middle of bed was moved aside. This cup of warm water I'll put here for you. Then are you sleepy now? Do you want to eat fruit? I'll go wash some for you. Nathan put a cup of warm water on the bedside table beside Emma. Asked softly. Emma in blanket paused a bit. Then closed eyes tightly. Bit lip softly. Emotions suppressed in heart almost wanting to explode. She really found it hard to understand. Weren't they just together? Why did Nathan treat her so well? This made her feel unable to bear. Chapter 90. My dear. You're so good, Emma tentatively poked head out from blanket, revealing clear eyes. Thank you, no need to trouble. She really didn't know how to answer Nathan. Turns out someone treating you too well really wouldn't know what to do. Okay, if you want anything just tell me. I'll do it for you. Nathan nodded softly. He stood by his bedside. When preparing to get on bed, hesitated a bit, but fortunately he adjusted in time. Slowly climbed onto bed, lying down. Now no blanket separating in middle. Nathan just felt reaching out would touch Emma. But if lying too far from Emma, also not good. Feeling like despising her. Lying too close, felt embarrassed. Emma said softly, "You don't need to treat me so well. I won't know how to repay." Nathan frowned, showing somewhat confused. Stunned few seconds, then spoke. "I don't think that's treating you well. Just small things. Not worth mentioning. Moreover, treating my girlfriend well a bit. Isn't that what should be done?" Emma, hearing that, "My girlfriend," immediately couldn't bear anymore. Hurriedly turned, lying back to Nathan. Whole face flushed red. From Nathan's mouth saying that. How could she bear it? No, I must counterattack. I also must do something. Say something. Clearly I actively confessed. Now difficultly together. Why am I still so shy? Emma turned around. Raised eyes looking toward Nathan. Eyes sparkling like black jade gleaming. Silent for a while. Emma gently opened mouth. Voice gentle like water ripples. "My dear, you're so good." Huh, Nathan immediately, eyes wide. Breathed in cold air. Head uncontrollably tilting back. Bang. Behind him was the wall. Sound rang out. Was his head hitting the wall? Ah, Nathan gritting teeth, holding head. His reaction just now really too excessive. This hit almost hurt to death. Emma, startled, panicking, hurriedly rushed close to Nathan. Holding Nathan tightly in arms. Reaching up, rubbing Nathan's head. "Oh, sorry, are you okay? Does it hurt?" She gently rubbed Nathan's head. Eyes full of distress and worry. She admitted, just now indeed somewhat deliberately teasing. But just a tiny bit. After all, had to counterattack Nathan. Just didn't expect Nathan's reaction so strong. Knew should not have joked like that. That head bump must hurt a lot. The sound just now so loud. Felt like could break through the wall. No, doesn't hurt anymore. Nathan pursing lips. Eyes tightly closed, saying softly. Because at this time his whole face. From Emma's raised parts. Less than one finger joint away. Just a bit closer. His face would bury there. Whole body filled with fragrance. That moment, where was any pain feeling? Just felt blood rushing up. Of course not blood at head. Emma rubbed Nathan's head a while more, then let go. Looking at Nathan's face, asking, "How is it? Still hurt?" "It's fine." Nathan then slowly opened eyes. Otherwise just now really didn't dare open eyes. If before, would probably hurt half hour. Why Emma just rubbed few times. Already not much pain. Could her hands have magic? Or love has magic? Nathan, looking at Emma, found her face now full of guilt. Seems she took all blame for him hitting wall. All on herself. Actually just him not careful. Nothing to do with her. "I'm fine, don't blame you. Don't overthink," Nathan said softly, then carefully raised hand, using fingertips gently brushing Emma's cheek. This smooth, tender skin made Nathan somewhat surprised. If could pinch lightly would be addictive. Probably couldn't stop. Emma finally smiled softly. Nodded softly, responding After a while, Nathan turned off lights. Both should sleep now. They lay on bed, each covering own blanket, but both couldn't close eyes. Emma continuously recalling things happened today. Especially the moment she confessed to Nathan. Each time thinking, heart beating wildly. Continuously telling herself this wasn't a dream. Really wasn't a dream. This was real. She really was with Nathan now. While Nathan was trying to organize his mood, he knew definitely now he looked very strange. No longer like his former self. And the reason was because now he was experiencing an emotion never had before. That was love. Everything both unfamiliar and fresh. Really made him unable to stop. I really got such a wonderful girlfriend. Tomorrow going to school, can I publicly acknowledge the relationship between me and Emma? He could even imagine the scene. People around would look at him with eyes full of admiration, though he never cared about others' doubtful looks. But he really cared about people's admiring and praising looks. Because that feeling was great. Can I, hearing Emma's voice, Nathan immediately reflexively answered right away. Like being 1 second late would be wrong. Emma's voice very small, also carrying some hesitation, but finally she slowly said, "Can I hug you to sleep?" "Of course can. Now we completely can." Nathan nodded softly, answering back. Then he turned toward Emma. Two facing each other. Emma also reached up, hugging Nathan's waist, head unconsciously lowering, leaning close to Nathan's chest. Just like that, like lying completely in Nathan's arms, bringing her a huge sense of security. Nathan also gently reached up, holding Emma tightly, both like that night hugging each other sleeping. Just different this time. Emma no longer worried about Nathan discovering. No need to difficultly pretend sleeping. Could comfortably do this. After a while, Emma opened eyes. Softly said, "Your heart beating so fast. Sorry, did it disturb your sleep?" How to make it stop? No, wait. How to make it beat slower? Emma reached out other hand, gently placing on Nathan's chest, like feeling that heartbeat. I really like it. Chapter 91. You two really wrote all happiness on your faces. Nathan and Emma both didn't know when they fell asleep. When drowsiness came, eyes also couldn't control automatically closing. Early next morning, first to open eyes was Nathan. Usually he was always one waking earlier. Then would get up preparing breakfast and lunch to bring to school. Nathan softly ummed. Just about to move, then suddenly felt something wrong. Seemed he couldn't move. When looking down, found in his arms, Emma lying very close, breathing evenly, still not awake. All right. Nathan remembered what happened yesterday. That really was something he'd never experienced in his whole life. Until now, still like a dream. Right then, feeling Nathan's movement, Emma also shifted slightly, whole person burrowing deeper into Nathan's arms, like wanting whole body, all curled in Nathan's arms. Seeing her like this, then looking at those sleepy eyes, Nathan's heart couldn't help beating loudly. No wonder Lucas had said he definitely had feelings for Emma. Now he himself also somewhat felt it. Also could understand a bit what liking was. Though now Nathan should get up to cook. But in this situation, if he got up would wake Emma. Moreover, he also couldn't bear leaving bed now. The feeling of holding Emma in arms. He still wanted to enjoy a bit more. Nathan just watching Emma's sleeping appearance. Feeling could never see enough. He just wished time could stop, so he could enjoy this moment more. But reality time passed very quickly. Not long after, Emma's alarm already rang. Emma slowly opened drowsy eyes. Raising head was Nathan's nervous face. He seemed worrying about something. Today was a completely new day. What happened last night? Would Emma not acknowledge anymore? Because nighttime decisions. Waking next morning. Indeed might regret. But clearly, Nathan's worry was unnecessary. After Emma looked into Nathan's eyes, she squinted, showing gentle smile. Good morning. Emma just waking up, voice somewhat hoarse, but in Nathan's ears, sounded like extremely charming voice. He felt whole person numb. Good morning. Did you sleep well? Emma's smile brightened more, softly said by Nathan's ear. Super well. That's good. Emma also reluctantly not leaving Nathan's arms. Both left bed together. Nathan looked at clock once. Fortunately still had time. Enough time for him to make breakfast and lunch to bring. Just today had to make simpler. Emma of course wouldn't just stand watching. After brushing teeth, washing face, went to kitchen, helping Nathan cook. And Nathan also didn't refuse. Two working together really saved quite a bit of time. When making lunch, both very tacitly made food for each other. Result could be seen. Both their lunches extremely attractive. After cleaning up, both also prepared to go out. Leaving home. Entering elevator. In elevator, Emma lowered head, glancing at Nathan's hand. Next second, she shyly reached her hand over, gently holding half of Nathan's hand. Nathan's hand slightly trembled, in moment not reacting yet. When looking at Emma, saw her lowering head, not saying anything, but seemed also didn't need to say anything. Right after, Nathan immediately held Emma's whole hand, not hiding at all. Emma raised head, glancing at Nathan's side profile, then pursed lips, smiling. Two like that holding hands to school. Only let go when at school gate. After all, school forbids students dating. If caught, definitely would be punished. After entering class, both returned to their seats. Nathan just sat down, then looked at Ashley beside. Said, I have something to tell you. Before Nathan could speak, Ashley already guessed ahead. You and Emma are together, right? How did you know? Did she tell you? No, I guessed. You two wrote all happiness on faces. Ashley snorted, laughing, pointing at Nathan's face, saying, really? Is it that obvious? Nathan slightly frowned, reaching up, touching his cheek. Do I really look that happy? Yeah, very obvious. Especially Emma. Feeling a bit more, she almost skipped into class. Ashley pointed at Emma, saw her like deliberately shaking head back and forth. From behind, looking at back, could also see she very happy. Well, anyway, congratulations you two. You two very suitable. Will definitely be together long time. But you not planning to tell Aunt? Temporarily don't have that plan. Nathan shook head. Yesterday he'd thought about this, but he felt temporarily not telling Mom better. Though Mom would definitely agree they date, but definitely would nag this and that. And now he really didn't want to hear those words. So planned to wait a while, then say. For example, after upcoming exam. If after exam he progressed again, then could conveniently mention this matter. Ashley nodded. Said that's also reasonable. Oh, this weekend she and I will go out. Do you want to come along? Go do what? Shopping. Buying clothes. Next week is the sports meet already. Not buying her some nice clothes, how can that be? Sounds reasonable. But Nathan somewhat hesitated, glancing toward Emma, said softly, I also want to go. But don't know if should go. If I go, would she be happy? Shopping like this, isn't it better for you girls to go together? What's unhappy about it? Now you're her boyfriend. Boyfriend going along, what's strange? Don't worry. She definitely hopes you come along. Really? Nathan, like awakening, nodded. These things, I still think asking first safer. After all, like already said, dating is my first time. Might make Emma sad, without me knowing. So you're so careful. Students started entering class one by one. When Lily entered class, she unconsciously looked toward Nathan, but found Nathan's gaze seemed on Emma. Chapter 92. You've been trained well by Emma. During class, Lily kept observing Nathan and Emma, found today both somewhat strange. Eye contact much more than usual. Moreover, their eyes looking at each other. Also not like usual. Lily even saw gentleness in Emma's eyes. In an instant, her heart seemed to stop. She thought of a possibility. Could the two officially be together? So sudden. Clearly last weekend when asking Emma, she still said they weren't that kind of relationship. Then what about Lucas? Where did he die? Did he fail? Couldn't stop these two. Now then, please one student answer this question. Teacher standing at podium, eyes scanning around class. When this part comes, whole class lowered heads as low as possible, just hoping teacher wouldn't call on them. But actually doing this not much use. At this time Nathan still staring blankly at desk, like reminiscing about being with Emma, just thinking about every night from now on. Two could hug each other sleeping. He was full of expectation. Then let the student with most progress this month. Nathan, answer. Teacher's one sentence made Nathan immediately wake from daydream. Raised head, he confusedly looked at teacher, stammering. Beside, Ashley, seeing that expression, almost burst out laughing. At same time, Emma and Lily sitting in front, also simultaneously turned looking toward Nathan. Come, Nathan, stand up and answer. Wrong answer, also fine. Just try a bit. Nathan slowly stood up, intently looking at exercise on board, like being played in slow motion. At this time Emma's eyes full of worry. She really wanted to help Nathan. Wanted to whisper the answer. But that clearly couldn't be done. This wasn't elementary math. Couldn't signal with hands. Moreover, their seats far apart. If she spoke softly, Nathan couldn't hear. Emma even placed hope on Ashley. Hoping Ashley could help Nathan. Though the one answering was Nathan. But most worried and nervous was Emma. Oh, Nathan, after seeing problem clearly. Suddenly remembered. Seemed this problem Emma had taught him. Thinking a while. He said the answer. Several students immediately eyes wide. Unbelievingly looking toward Nathan. Clearly. They completely didn't expect Nathan actually answered correctly. Answer very accurate. Everyone applaud praising Nathan. Teacher satisfied nodding. Signaling Nathan sit down. Nathan sat down amid class's applause. To point he felt somewhat unconfident. Before whenever standing to answer. Definitely couldn't answer. This was first time answering correctly. Ashley leaned close to Nathan's ear saying softly. You've been trained by Emma. Well already. Learned quite a lot. Nathan glared at her. Said flatly the word, trained, is used wrong. After Nathan sat down, Emma then breathed a sigh of relief. Even if couldn't answer correctly, the teacher surely wouldn't make it difficult for Nathan. But don't know why. Being Nathan's girlfriend, she really hoped he'd answer perfectly. This psychology, she also didn't know where it came from. All of Emma's actions were clearly seen by one person. That was Lily. That worry, that joy, she saw very clearly. At that moment, a huge question arose in her heart. That was, did she really like Nathan herself? Looking at Emma's reaction, she could only silently sigh. Emma really liked Nathan already. But if comparing, if it were her instead, she definitely wouldn't have those expressions. So then, what face did she have to say she liked Nathan? All right, class dismissed. After class, Lily lowered her head. As if lost in thought. Now she needed to seriously look at herself. What exactly was she thinking? What did she want to do? If even that wasn't clear, then life would only become more vague. Nathan after class planned to go to the bathroom. Though it was break time. He still wanted to be with Emma. But he still wasn't clear how he and Emma should behave at school. If not controlling distance well. Definitely wouldn't be good. Emma saw Nathan leave class. Then stood up. Quickly walked to Ashley's seat. I have something to tell you. I know already. You and Nathan are together, right? You practically wrote that announcement on your face. Ashley reached out poking Emma's nose. Laughed saying hee. It's all thanks to you. I really don't know how to thank you enough. I didn't help much. I just curiously wanted to know how you two got together. Tell me. It was last night. We left school and went home together. Emma recounted to Ashley what happened last night. At this time Nathan had reached the bathroom. Found someone standing there, like waiting for someone. When seeing him, Nathan walked closer. Because he knew that person was waiting for him. This person was the one who'd helped him a lot, Lucas. Could say if not for him last night, he and Emma definitely couldn't have gotten together. At least not yet, because very likely he would have tactfully refused. Emma, I knew you'd come. Guessing again? Nathan slightly frowned, looking straight at Lucas before him. Don't know why. No longer felt hatred like yesterday. Lucas slightly curved his lips. Laughed saying of course. Everything was just as I thought. Last night you must have been happy, right? Must admit. You helped me a lot. Thanks. No need to thank me. I didn't make you do that. But you made yourself do it. I just helped you understand yourself. Lucas shook his head. Then from his pocket, took out something. Gave to Nathan. Nathan took it and looked down. Found it was a pair of bracelets. A couple's set. Congratulations gift for you two. Wish you two together forever. After speaking, Lucas walked past Nathan. Preparing to leave. Right when he was about to step away, Nathan called out, hey. Lucas turned back looking at him. Face somewhat surprised. Nathan put the bracelets away. Slowly asked, can people who study well like you be friends with people who study poorly? Lucas paused a bit. Few seconds later immediately understood. Laughed softly then asked back, the poor student is you? Chapter 93. Have you two kissed yet? Who else could it be? Do I qualify to say others study poorly? Lucas turned around, step by step walked toward Nathan. Stood right before him. You sure you want to be friends with me? I once liked Emma. You don't mind? Mind what? I'm afraid you'll take Emma back. Stop joking. Nathan's calm demeanor made Lucas somewhat surprised. Then nodded, saying, This is the winner's confidence. All right, if so. Then from now I'll be your advisor. Any problems you don't understand, just ask me. Including studying too. About studying, need to ask you? My girlfriend isn't inferior to you at all. Haha, right. I was excessive. Then. Nice to meet you. Nathan. Lucas reached out his hand. Shook Nathan's hand. Simple handshake, then patted shoulder once, then turned and left. Nathan watched his back go away. Couldn't help sighing in his heart. Why, around him were all top students. Everyone had their own personality. But common point was everyone was smart. After Nathan returned to class, found Ashley looking at him with very strange eyes. He confusedly asked, What's wrong? Something on my face? Ashley smiled meaningfully. Shook head, saying nothing. Just feel you've changed a lot now. Have I? Nathan asked back, but right after he realized. Definitely he'd changed a lot. Probably since meeting Emma. Was that day of change. Now these changes he felt weren't bad. At least, felt his life getting more interesting. No longer boring like before. Of course. Just now Emma told me about last night. After hearing, I also somewhat doubted. Was that really you? Nathan glanced at Ashley, then said, Don't you think you've also changed a lot? Before you didn't talk this much. Oh, have I? Ashley was somewhat stunned, then looked at Nathan. After that, both couldn't help showing helpless smiles. They both remembered their former selves. Each day not talking much. Just 1 or 2 sentences. But since Emma appeared, both gradually changed. Talking more than before. Relationship also closer than before. Both couldn't deny. Definitely Emma had changed them. At lunchtime, Emma had been waiting so long. Just after class ended, grabbed lunchbox. Ran to find Nathan and Ashley. The people at the desks in front seemed used to it. Just seeing Emma come immediately gave up seats. 1 went to eat at cafeteria. 2 sat in Emma's seat. Extremely understanding. Emma just sat down. Ashley couldn't help laughing, teasing. Nathan won't run away. Emma's face slightly red. Seemed she was a bit too expectant. After all day at school. Only this time could sit near Nathan a bit. Seeing Emma not refuting anything. Nathan also somewhat stunned. But really his heart was very happy. This feeling of being overly cared for was his first time experiencing. Emma and Nathan opened lunchboxes. Today's lunch especially rich. Ashley leaned over looking a bit, then said, Today you're eating so well. Looks delicious. Emma immediately picked up a piece, planning to give Ashley to eat. But Ashley looked at her. Winked toward Nathan. Emma paused. Then realized. She hesitated a bit. Slowly moved chopsticks to Nathan's face. Ah, Nathan blinked. At this time he was also somewhat flustered. Looking at Emma opposite. She lowered her head, not daring to look straight at Nathan. But could see her ears red. This action. Definitely she also felt embarrassed. Moreover, this was in class. Many classmates around. If seen, definitely would be very embarrassed. Nathan also didn't want to make atmosphere more awkward. So he didn't hesitate anymore. Leaned forward. Opened mouth eating. Then he also did the same action. When he used chopsticks picking up food. Bringing to Emma's mouth. Emma almost didn't hesitate. Ate immediately. 2 looked into each other's eyes. Like communicating through eyes. Atmosphere also became somewhat special. Vague fragrance spreading. Ashley looking at their faces. Suddenly blurted out, Have you two kissed yet? Nathan and Emma. Both eyes wide open. Unbelievingly looking toward Ashley. Ashley didn't need them to answer. Already nodded. This is clear. Your relationship can't progress that fast. Nathan turned looking at Emma. Staring at her fresh red lips. Throat involuntarily moving. Before he'd never thought about this. For someone like him, no dating experience. He always tended to think. These things must progress slowly. Now already holding hands, surely soon. As for kissing, probably too early. But Emma thought of words Ashley had once said to her. At that time, she'd given punishment. Was kissing Nathan's hand. Because then she said if not lovers. But kissing Nathan might make him angry. So now two were already lovers. Was it time to kiss? If she took initiative, Nathan would agree right. After afternoon class, Ashley was first to leave. She knew after school would be Nathan and Emma's private world. She didn't want to be the third wheel bothering them. After Nathan finished packing, he sat back in old position waiting for Emma. He thought about them soon having private time. Mood still very excited. Before, he never thought he'd look forward to private time with Emma. After being together, he really wanted every second, every minute. To be with Emma, that must be the feeling of loving someone. He gradually understood that feeling. Emma saw Nathan waiting for her. Corner of mouth unconsciously showing light smile. Cleaning work also much faster. After finishing cleaning, she immediately went toward Nathan. Nathan stood up and left class with her. Leaving school, when outside school gate, Emma held Nathan's hand. First time holding hands. Second time much more natural. Nathan felt Emma's hand very warm. The feeling of holding hands made him very comfortable. So he couldn't help holding Emma's hand tighter. Holding very tight, like afraid she'd run away. Chapter 94. When can do that again? Ashley said, this weekend you'll go shopping together. Can we go together? Nathan gently asked. He'd been thinking about this all day. Though Ashley said, Emma definitely would want him to come along. But he still thought asking would be better. Emma, after hearing, remembered that seemed to be the case. Before, when they went to Ashley's house on weekend, Ashley had said she'd decided for her to be team leader. Then Ashley said would go buy clothes on weekend. Because that character had to dress nicely. Last year, those team leaders dressed very beautifully. And now, she didn't have nice clothes to wear anymore. So really needed to go buy. It's like the face of the class. Being class president, she naturally didn't want to lose to other classes. So if Nathan wanted to go together, definitely the best thing. Going out with Nathan very fun. One was her best friend. One was her boyfriend. Going out together. She couldn't believe. That day she'd be such a happy girl. Of course can. Do you want to go together? Because this weekend you can rest a bit. I thought you'd want to play games thoroughly. So I didn't dare invite you. Emma had witnessed how Nathan played games. The joy when playing games. Definitely letting him be happy was what Emma also wanted. So, she didn't dare invite Nathan along. Afraid he wouldn't want to. Didn't have heart to waste his precious time. It's fine, can play games anytime. Moreover, now Nathan paused a bit, turned face to other side. Then slowly said softly, I now think you're much more important than games. Emma suddenly lowered head, face flushed red, heart also beating faster, holding Nathan's hand somewhat trembling. That sentence really melted Emma's heart. Made her endlessly moved. Nathan loved games so much. Emma completely understood that, when playing games, he became like another person. Joy clearly on face. But now Nathan said, she was much more important than games. So wasn't he saying, she was the most important person in his heart? When the person you like gives up their hobby for you, that feeling of being chosen really made her heart pound. At this time, in Emma's heart only one thought. That was liking Nathan. Extremely liking. Liking, unable to stop. Emma suddenly stopped, holding Nathan's hand. Nathan, stunned a bit, stopped in place, looking at Emma beside, not knowing what she was doing. Next second, Emma turned around, gently stretched up, placed a light kiss on Nathan's cheek. Like dragonfly touching water. One touch, then immediately away. Then Emma lowered head, not daring to look at Nathan's reaction. This was her biggest challenge. Just because she couldn't control the love for Nathan in her heart. That moment, Nathan stood frozen. Felt completely unable to react. Now he was also stunned. Head like short-circuited. Everything happened too suddenly. Made him completely unprepared mentally. He only knew his heart was in chaos. Let's go. Emma held Nathan's hand, continuing forward, trying to hide what just happened. Because Nathan had no clear reaction. She also didn't know what Nathan was thinking. Could only pretend nothing happened. Nathan reached up, touching his cheek. Because that kiss was really too light. To the point he didn't even remember clearly how it felt. After getting home, Nathan immediately went into kitchen, preparing to cook dinner. While cooking, he still thought about what happened on the way home. When could do that again once more? That's what was spinning in his heart now. Like Pigsy eating ginseng fruit. He couldn't stop anymore. If only he knew beforehand. He wouldn't have been so stunned. Then should have had some reaction back to Emma. Otherwise, how could that be okay? While Emma at this time sitting on sofa outside, holding a doll in arms. Also thinking about what just happened. Such bold action also made her heart flutter. She was also thinking when could be brave again. Just one kiss made Nathan react so strongly. She didn't know if she did too much. Would Nathan feel uncomfortable? She tilted face looking toward Nathan in kitchen. Corner of mouth involuntarily curved up. The person just thinking about, just seeing already made her smile. She'd found him. That night after eating, two started studying again. Emma while teaching Nathan, while studying herself. Now she had more the closest person she liked most. Best friend. So studying also became more effective. They studied until midnight. Two took turns showering, then returned to bedroom. The time they looked forward to most probably was this. Was when two were closest. Turn off lights, okay. After turning off lights, both lay on bed under blankets, looking at ceiling. No one closed eyes. Both wanted like last night, hugging each other sleeping. But no one spoke first. Also not that they wanted the other to speak. Just simply wanted to prepare mentally first. About 10 minutes later, both almost simultaneously turned, lying on side, facing each other. Just in darkness couldn't see each other's faces clearly, but felt very clearly each other's warm breath, gently blowing on cheeks. That, Nathan wanted to say something, but at mouth couldn't speak. Emma then reached out, using gentle voice said, "Hug me a bit." That sentence immediately made Nathan's heart flutter. Emotions in his heart like exploding. Nathan reached out tightly, hugging Emma, holding her tight in arms, feeling her body temperature. Emma's body, also continuously rubbing against Nathan's chest, head buried in Nathan's chest, completely not feeling uncomfortable. On contrary, she really liked this feeling. That feeling made her quickly fall asleep. Though, she really wanted while awake to also feel this. Seeing Emma already sound asleep, Nathan slightly loosened arms, afraid she'd feel uncomfortable. He hesitated a bit, then lowered head, placed a light kiss on Emma's forehead. "Let me secretly do this once. Next time definitely will do when you're still awake. Good night." A week passed very quickly. Nathan and Emma every day the same. But didn't feel bored at all. The time they looked forward to most was sleeping at night. When could hug each other sleeping. The feeling of safety the other brought helped them quickly fall asleep. That morning, Emma was first to open eyes. She lay in Nathan's arms being held completely, feeling his body temperature, seeing Nathan still not awake. She also didn't plan to get up immediately. Weekend so could let Nathan sleep a bit more. Last week of school had made Nathan very tired. Almost every night studying until late. At school also always diligent. Emma though really wanted to help Nathan reduce pressure. But studying matters. Still had to rely on oneself. She blinked big round eyes looking at Nathan's sleeping face. Though they'd been together several days. Felt happy because of it. When Emma's gaze gradually lowered, she stopped looking at Nathan's body. Seeing that rising and falling chest and abs. Showing like thinking about something. Before she always wanted to tell Nathan something. But still hadn't found appropriate opportunity. She extremely liked Nathan's firm body with muscles. Nathan slowly opened eyes. Found Emma in his arms. Intently looking at his body. Seeing that burning gaze. Nathan also somewhat embarrassed. She seemed to keep sticking eyes to his muscles. Though exercising wasn't for that. But if liked by his girlfriend. Then nothing better. Really an unexpected gift. But today was weekend. Weren't they supposed to go out? Thinking of this, Nathan also immediately opened eyes wide, moved slightly, to let Emma know he was awake. Emma, feeling Nathan's movement, raised head looking at him, smiled lightly, softly said, "Good morning." "Good morning, you just woke up?" I've been awake a while." "Then let's get up. Today still have to go out, right?" Going out with Nathan. Emma had been looking forward to all week. Though all day at home with Nathan also very fun. But going shopping together also really great. Two got out of bed, washed faces, ate breakfast. Then Emma texted Ashley, asking what time to go. Ashley also quickly replied, "I'm almost at your place. I guess by now you're ready too, right?" Buzz. At this time, Emma's phone suddenly vibrated once. She looked at message notification. Found, turns out was transfer notification from Nathan. Beside was a money transfer notification. Nathan didn't say anything. Directly transferred her $2,000. At this time, Emma raised head looking at Nathan. Face full of surprise. Asked softly, confused. Nathan gently answered, "Today going to buy clothes, right? Buy a few more sets." He looked at clothes on Emma's body. Still the set worn last weekend. He knew Emma didn't have many clothes to wear. This set was after coming to his house. Bought the next day. He though also didn't have many clothes. But after all was a boy. Didn't need to buy too many clothes. Compared to other girls, Emma really had few clothes. He didn't want Emma to live inferior to other girls. No, I can't accept this. I have money. Moreover, last time Mom gave me money, I haven't spent it all. Emma hurriedly shook head, refusing. This money she definitely couldn't accept. She understood Nathan's heart. That was enough. Nathan also guessed Emma would refuse. But once he decided to transfer money to Emma, then definitely wouldn't let her return it. "Take it. I want to see you wear more beautiful clothes." Nathan's words made Emma's hand about to return money pause a bit. She really didn't want to accept this money. She'd already gotten too much. How could eat and take like this? Spending so much of Nathan's money. She really felt embarrassed. But Nathan's words made her waver. The only reason for her to accept that money was because of Nathan. To wear more beautiful clothes. And to wear for the person she loved most to see. That made her unable to refuse. Hesitating a while, Emma decided to accept that money. She comforted herself. After all, accepting didn't necessarily mean spending it all. And she also didn't plan to only buy for herself. "Then let me buy you some clothes." "What kind of clothes do you like?" Chapter 96. Having someone you like accompanying is really good. "I can wear anything. I don't have any particular fashion sense." Nathan looked at clothes he was wearing. Also nothing special. The ones he had were all simple styles. He really didn't care what he wore. Most of time wore uniform. Weekends also just stayed home playing games. Also didn't go out much. Not playing games, then going to gym. So, clothes he wore mainly loose, comfortable types. Like tank tops, for example. Emma held Nathan's hand, saying, "Then today let's choose together." Nathan looked at her face, smiled lightly. "Okay." Emma always remembered how many times total Nathan had smiled. Because she extremely wanted to see Nathan smile. Each time seeing made her endlessly moved. First time was when Nathan played games. Second time was when Nathan's midterm scores were announced. Since being together, Emma had seen Nathan smile over 10 times already. For her, making Nathan smile was an extremely meaningful thing. Knock knock. At this time knocking sounded. Both simultaneously raised heads. Knew immediately Ashley had arrived. Emma hurriedly stood up, opening door. Just opening door. Person outside indeed was Ashley. "Sorry to keep you waiting." Ashley didn't enter house. Nathan and Emma together walked outside. 3 people left house together. On the way, Nathan and Emma, two very naturally, held hands. All week going to school also like this. Now could hold hands very naturally already. While Ashley this was first time seeing. Walking behind, watching two holding hands. Nodded softly. Sighing, grown up until now. First time seeing Nathan when in love. Really strange. Emma laughed softly. Nathan felt somewhat embarrassed. He knew he'd changed quite a bit from before. Those things definitely Ashley saw clearly. Might even be teased about it. Hey, when will I see you in love? Probably even stranger. Nathan used that topic to counter back. Actually, he was also very curious. Later, what kind of person could be beside Ashley? Because person who could be with Ashley. Definitely not ordinary person. Studying well was most useless thing. At least had to be better than her in some aspect. Otherwise she wouldn't even look. Ashley waved hand, not caring at all. Said, then you probably can't wait for that day. Emma surprised. Eyes round looking at Ashley asking. You don't plan to date? I'm not interested. Not dating, not marrying, what's wrong with that? I don't lack anything. What a boyfriend could give. I can all give myself. Times are different now. Not everyone needs to marry and have children. After all, my family respects my opinion. At least when I say not dating, not marrying. My dad even applauded in agreement. Nathan didn't expect Ashley to speak so decisively. But indeed very fitting her style. Right. Your dad probably hates you dating most. You're not wrong. Nathan's words made Emma's heart tremble. She knew Ashley was right. But she was completely opposite of Ashley. Since liking Nathan, she especially wanted to date. Wanted to be with Nathan. Wanted to marry Nathan. Wanted to live together forever. Maybe because current situation special. She didn't desire anything too big. After all, once didn't want to live anymore. Now she also didn't expect Nathan to give her anything. Just simply wanted to be beside him. That was enough. That was the only thing. Making her still have hope for life. In other words, currently she lived over 90% for Nathan. If now Nathan abandoned her, then the only thing remaining. Probably just living for deceased parents. As for herself, had no reason to live anymore. Now if Nathan agreed with Ashley's view, would he change current thinking and leave her? Right when Emma was worrying, Nathan suddenly squeezed her hand. Even squeezed tighter. But now I don't think like that anymore. I feel having someone you like beside is also very good. Nathan looked straight into Emma's eyes. Corner of mouth showing gentle smile. Emma immediately froze. She felt her heart about to jump out. Those worried thoughts earlier immediately all vanished. One sentence from Nathan was enough to dispel all anxiety, bringing her complete sense of security. Ashley paused few seconds, then laughed, saying, Okay. You two stop spreading dog food. I know you love each other very much. Nathan, still holding Emma's hand, walking forward, while Emma lowered head, softly said, I'll always be with you. That was promise she'd absolutely keep. Also her wish. Nathan nodded softly. Then their holding hands became interlocked fingers, holding each other's hands tightly. Though outside they looked calm, but hearts had considerable waves. Just because Ashley was there now, they couldn't ignore everything, so had to suppress emotions in hearts. 3 went to downtown shopping center. Weekend here very crowded, extremely lively. Arriving at clothing floor. Still more women. Most taking advantage of weekend shopping. Ashley led Emma, looking at each store. Nathan followed behind, looking like going together, but like not existing at all. However, he thought, as long as Emma was happy was fine. As for himself, didn't matter. I'll go buy drinks for you too. Take your time looking at clothes. When needed, call me. Nathan found himself an excuse. Because if kept following everywhere, really had no sense of existence. After Nathan left, Emma looked at his back, not knowing what thinking. She really wanted to always be with Nathan. But after all, Ashley was there. Couldn't let her feel left out. At home could freely be alone with Nathan. But today came out to play. She thought should pay more attention to Ashley. Because she knew Nathan would understand. Wouldn't be angry about this. Nathan arrived at a beverage stand, planning to buy 2 drinks for them. He lined up at the end. In front still 3 or 4 people. Soon would be his turn. Right then, he heard conversation from behind. Getting closer. Moreover, voice very familiar. Hey, stop joking. Really? Next second, person behind accidentally bumped into Nathan. Seemed playing around, so bumped. Aw, sorry. Nathan slowly turned head back. Just seeing person before him frowned. Indeed, he hadn't heard wrong. That voice too familiar to him. Didn't expect to meet Lily here. Really unlucky. Maybe he should have guessed. After all, every weekend Lily went out. And this place was busiest on weekends. Meeting here was understandable. Lily seeing clearly who she bumped into. Surprised mouth agape. Nathan, why are you? Chapter 97. Rather forever not know the answer. Lily was about to say something. Then suddenly glanced beside Nathan. Like looking for someone. But didn't see that familiar figure. Nathan also just glanced at her. Then planned to leave this place. After all, could buy anywhere. Not necessarily had to buy here. Seeing Nathan leaving, Lily like possessed, hurriedly chased after. Because now beside Nathan wasn't Emma. If wanted to say something to him, then now was the best chance. Nathan walked ahead. Lily walked few steps behind. Speaking up, asking Nathan, I want to say a few words to you, okay? Just take a bit of your time. Nathan didn't react to Lily's words. Just continued walking. Even walked faster. Making Lily had to try hard to catch up. Very difficult. But Lily clearly didn't plan to give up. Such hard-won opportunity. Absolutely wouldn't let go. On the way, quite a few people turned looking at them. In those people's eyes, looked like a couple arguing. I'm begging you, just a few sentences. There are some words I really must say. For the sake of us being classmates. Can you give me a chance? After all, I just rejected your confession. Didn't do anything wrong to you. Why do you avoid me so much? No matter what. We've known each other so many years already. In middle school, no one talked to you. Wasn't I the first to talk to you? Right when Lily said that sentence, Nathan suddenly stopped, making Lily also startled, stopping. Keeping distance from Nathan, as if afraid he'd get angry. But Nathan just slowly turned around. Face calm. No anger at all. Calmly said, fine. Go ahead. That sentence had made him change his mind. After all, in middle school, Lily had helped him. Also like Ashley before. No friends, rarely talked. No one played with him. Right then Lily stood up. Actively talked to him. Played with him. So putting aside all other factors, he decided to listen to her. Also considered repaying past kindness. Lily clearly didn't expect. Nathan suddenly changed decision. She paused, mouth open, but couldn't say anything. What, didn't you want to say something? Still saying or not? Nathan crossed arms, coldly asked. Yes, we'll say. Lily stabilized her thoughts, adjusted breathing, then spoke. Are you really dating Emma? Many people in class know already. How could you not know? Nathan straightforwardly answered. This week in class. Two almost didn't hide at all. Everything done openly. Though not excessive actions, but enough for others to realize. They were dating. Lily lowered head, answering softly. I know. Just wanted to hear you say it yourself. What else do you want to say? Say it all at once. Lily was silent few seconds. Like considering whether to say or not. She thought, this chance probably wouldn't come again later. So had to ask, why could you change heart so fast? Before didn't you like me? Why in short time already dating Emma? Nathan slightly frowned, like didn't expect Lily would ask this question. Indeed, in her eyes he changed too fast. Few days ago still pursuing intensely. Just over 10 days passed. Already turned to someone else. Her not understanding was understandable. Nathan sighed, then answered. Only one reasonable explanation. That is, I originally never liked you. Maybe because of your kindness before. Made me mistakenly think I liked you. But actually that feeling wasn't love. So I could let go decisively like that. It's my fault. I should have let go earlier. Being stubborn so long. Maybe because I was too obstinate. Lily, after hearing, face suddenly became pale. Eyes clearly showing disappointment. I shouldn't have asked that question. Rather let me forever not know the answer. Lily smiled bitterly, shook head. She felt what hurt her most was Nathan saying never liked her. But now she was starting to have feelings for him. Really ironic. Could it be? Couldn't let me feel those emotions earlier. If a bit earlier, I could have agreed to your confession. Though then you didn't love me. But I believe I could make you moved. Feelings can be cultivated. Starting from love later also fine. But reality was. Don't know how Emma did it. Skipping all stages. Directly entering Nathan's life. 4 years. Also couldn't make Nathan really love her. But Emma just needed short time. Could already be with him. You just wanted to say this much? If so, then goodbye. In middle school you treated me well. I always remembered. I already repaid everything in high school. It's you who later didn't want to pay attention to me anymore. Otherwise we wouldn't become strangers. I'm also not the type to keep clinging. So from now don't have any relation anymore. Let's go. Nathan had said all his thoughts. He wasn't a cold, heartless person. Just after too many disappointments. Made him not want to continue anymore. Right then, Emma appeared in his life. Made him more determined to abandon old things. Start new life. After speaking, Nathan turned and left. He'd done all he could. Whether Lily accepted or not was up to her. Lily saw Nathan about to disappear. Unconsciously quickly chased after. Wait, right when she was about to touch Nathan. Preparing to hold him back. Suddenly a voice rang from the other side. Honey, so you're here. Nathan and Lily simultaneously froze. Before Nathan could react, a figure rushed straight into his arms. Hugging him tightly. That familiar fragrance made him immediately recognize who it was. Nathan lowered his head. He saw Emma in his arms. Initially didn't recognize immediately, because she was wearing new clothes. A pink chiffon off-shoulder short dress. Elegant slim waist design. Bow at waist adorably captivating. Layers of lace overlapping. Decorating throughout the pretty dress. Every detail exuded playful youthful vitality. Lily stepped back, muttering calling Emma. This kind of stubbornness please have more in future. She looked at Emma from top to bottom. Couldn't help secretly praising she's really beautiful. No wonder Nathan quickly liked her so much. She herself had to admit. Compared to Emma she was far inferior. That temperament and appearance, she couldn't even pretend to have. Lily thought Nathan came alone. So dared to chase without restraint. But didn't expect Emma was also here. After all, now Emma was the official girlfriend. She had right to ask her to stay away from Nathan. She was bothering Nathan. Emma definitely wouldn't be happy. The former best friend, now would probably only look at her coldly. That, honey, was definitely said for her to hear. Clearly declaring ownership. Calling so sweetly. Hearing it felt like needles piercing heart. Nathan froze for a while. Heart suddenly panicked. He remembered behind him was still Lily. Would Emma misunderstand? What if she thought he secretly came out to meet Lily? How to explain now? Could it be? Had to ask them all to open cameras. Would they even let them watch? He'd only been dating Emma few days. If made her angry, how to coax? No experience with these things. And if couldn't coax, might break up. If broke up because of this, he'd probably get depressed. I just planned to buy drinks. Then happened to meet her, so planned to buy elsewhere. Right then she chased after and said. Nathan frantically explained. Speaking stuttering unclear, like afraid of missing any detail. He had to explain his innocence clearly. But halfway through speaking, Emma suddenly reached out. Gently placed finger on his lips. Nathan froze. Confusedly looking at Emma. Heart pounding. Like about to jump out of chest. Because he was really afraid Emma would be angry. Would break up with him. But Emma just showed a gentle smile. Softly said. Then let's go buy together. And choose a few more clothes for you. Ashley is still waiting. Let's go. Saying that she linked arms with Nathan. Preparing to leave with him. Before leaving, Emma turned looking at Lily. What a coincidence. Meeting here, well bye. A simple greeting showing courtesy. Besides that, no extra emotion. After speaking, Emma led Nathan away. Lily stood still unmovingly. Like stunned. Watching their backs. She once thought Emma definitely wouldn't be happy. But just now, seemed she didn't see her as opponent. Just saw as normal classmate. Happened to meet, so greeted. That's all. No scolding. Also no physical action. Clearly before just touching her once. She showed eyes. Like wanting to kill her. Is this the winner's temperament? This confidence she really couldn't compare. Lily sighed, leaning on nearby railing, raising head looking at ceiling. Just one simple interaction was enough for her to realize how big the distance between her and Emma. Studying lost. Appearance also lost. Now even personality not as good. Then what else could she hope for? Nathan and Emma went to another bubble tea shop, planning to buy something to drink. While waiting, Nathan didn't say a word, just silently looking at Emma beside, face though showing light smile. But he always felt in that smile hidden other emotions. That, you really don't need me to explain? I did say a few words to her. Don't need me to recount? Nathan asked softly, voice somewhat probing, because he wasn't sure what Emma's mood was now. Was she secretly angry, or really didn't care? Actually, Nathan thought, if Emma was angry that would be fine. That way he'd have chance to apologize, explain. But if silent, saying nothing, then Cold War was most frightening. He completely didn't know what to do. Then probably scalp would go numb. Couldn't even think of how to handle. Emma closed eyes, shook head slightly, said, no need, I trust you. Hearing this sentence, Nathan's heart extremely moved. Being trusted by girlfriend like this. Feeling really great, but at same time he also felt confused. After all, when he wasn't with Emma, yet turned to be with Lily, anyone would feel angry. But Emma wasn't angry. Could it be she didn't care about what happened between him and Lily? Nathan looked somewhat unwilling. Asked again, you're really not angry? I told you, I'll never be angry at you. Just what? Nathan heard the change in tone. Immediately pressed. He saw Emma lower her head. Voice so small almost whispering. Stammering. Just a bit disappointed. Just a tiny bit. A tiny bit. I know it's not your fault. But I still don't want to see Lily approaching you. I've been too stubborn. Sorry, don't take it to heart. Nathan pursed his lips looking at Emma before him. Heart in turmoil. He indeed guessed right. Emma was really hiding her emotions. If he hadn't asked, she would have kept it hidden forever. But now that it's said, Nathan felt much more relieved. He understood how much Emma cared about him. Right after, Nathan reached out tightly hugging Emma. Emma slightly stunned, then showed a pitiful expression. As if Nathan's hug made her unable to suppress her inner emotions anymore. She felt her nose stinging. Really wanted to cry in Nathan's arms. But she knew she shouldn't. Such a small matter wasn't worth crying over. Would make Nathan think she was too weak a girl. Initially Emma didn't dare speak up, outwardly pretending not to care. Because she didn't want to bother Nathan. Originally this had nothing to do with Nathan. He didn't do anything wrong. If she showed unhappiness, Nathan would think she was being unreasonable. Right then, Nathan softly spoke, gently saying by Emma's ear, then be more stubborn from now on. I really like it. Chapter 99. You two really are a troublesome couple. Emma paused for seconds then. Softly buried her head in Nathan's chest. If you say more words like that, I won't be able to hold back crying. Since first meeting Nathan, when coming to his house, she'd felt Nathan treated her too well. Not like normal classmate concern. But she didn't refuse either. While accepting Nathan's care, while trying to reciprocate, however later she increasingly realized, seemed no matter how she tried to reciprocate, Nathan would treat her even better. Like there was no limit. Oh, I'm just speaking from my heart. Don't cry, okay? Hearing the word cry, Nathan started panicking. After all, they were outside, making his girlfriend cry in public. He couldn't forgive himself no matter what. Though knowing Emma wasn't crying from sadness. Emma was amused by Nathan's flustered appearance. Sniffled once. Covered mouth laughing softly. It's fine, I won't cry. From now on I won't cry so easily. She'd suppressed the urge to cry. She'd always been trying to change her personality. Wanting to be a bit stronger. That couldn't be done overnight. But she was trying bit by bit. Because she wanted to be worthy of Nathan's feelings. And also wanted to become someone who could protect this love. So she had to gradually change. Bit by bit in small matters like this. To make herself not so weak anymore. Emma raised her head looking around. Found people around watching them. Everyone's face wearing spectator smiles. Making Emma immediately embarrassed, lowering her head. This was the first time she was intimate with Nathan before so many people. Before it was always at home. Only like this when two were alone. At school also never did anything excessive. However, she didn't think it was bad. Letting others see they loved each other wasn't anything major. Nathan and Emma finished buying drinks. Prepared to return, finding Ashley. Just as she finished shopping, Ashley said, "Just wear the new clothes." Then felt something wasn't right. Because Nathan was gone too long. She felt somewhat worried, so went out looking for Nathan. Then immediately saw that scene. Nathan walking ahead avoiding, while Lily chasing closely behind. So she didn't think and ran over. "Does this outfit look good on me?" Nathan turned looking at Emma, along with the clothes she was wearing. When Emma rushed into his arms earlier, he hadn't recognized yet, just because she was wearing new clothes. Must say, Nathan thought this outfit very suitable, at least when worn on Emma. He unconsciously looked several more times. Very beautiful, especially when you wear it, extremely suitable. Nathan nodded, answering without flattery, simply saying what he thought. And this simple, truthful statement made Emma happy for a long time. Her face showed a light smile. Gently said, "That's good then." Two went to another clothing store. At this time Ashley was waiting there. Seeing them return, then stood up asking why gone so long. Did something happen? She was very perceptive, just looking at their state. Knew something definitely happened. Nathan briefly recounted what just happened. When Ashley heard the part, "Meeting Lily here," couldn't help frowning tightly. "How could meet her here too? Is she following you?" Probably not that extreme." Nathan looked at himself doubtfully. "No listening devices. After all, not that perverted, right? It's fine, just coincidental meeting is normal." At this time Emma spoke up, making Ashley eyes wide looking at her. Eyes full of disbelief. "You don't mind? She keeps clinging to Nathan with no good intentions. You're so reassured." Emma linked arms with Nathan. Looking sideways at his face softly said, "I'm not reassured about her. I'm reassured about my boyfriend." Nathan slightly stunned. Then both smiled, looking at each other laughing. Ashley helplessly sighed, grumbling, "You two really are a heart attack-inducing couple." She reached out gently, pushing Nathan. "All right, go try on clothes." "I have to try too? Or forget it. I think buying online is fine. I don't know how to choose clothes." Nathan was pushed forward, though said to let him choose clothes to try. But just looking at the pile of clothes before him, already felt dizzy. He felt they all looked the same. Any would be fine. Then let her choose for you. Ashley used other hand pulling Emma's hand, dragged her to stand beside Nathan. Two looked at each other, both eyes somewhat hesitant. Nathan felt somewhat embarrassed. Emma though could choose clothes for Nathan, but she wasn't sure clothes she chose would suit Nathan's taste. "You choose for me. I really don't know which to choose." Okay. Emma heard the trust from Nathan, then stepped forward, finding several outfits suitable for him. She started recalling Nathan's everyday clothes at home, what style they were. That way could choose same style clothes. Nathan's build, not suitable for too tight clothes. His figure already good. Wearing tight clothes would look somewhat strange. So Emma thought, Nathan suited slightly loose clothes would also feel more comfortable wearing. Also looked very natural. After browsing a while, Emma had chosen several quite suitable outfits. Colors leaning toward dark tones. Width also just right. "Try these first. If don't like, we'll go to another store." Emma gave those outfits to Nathan. Pointed toward fitting room beside, signaling him to go in and change. Nathan nodded. Took the outfits into fitting room. This was his first time trying clothes outside. Most of his clothes bought online, or his mom brought back. Never tried before. Also didn't care if they fit, as long as wearing wouldn't fall off. Was fine. When entering this small narrow fitting room, he felt quite novel. Just one thick curtain separating. Space very narrow. While his build not small. Two people standing would be packed tight. If so. Almost no room to maneuver. In front was a large mirror. And a clothes rack. Nathan looked at outfits before him. Didn't know which to try first. So he planned to first take off clothes on body. Try pants first then. Chapter 100. I'm a boy afraid of being seen? Nathan was in fitting room, while Emma and Ashley sitting waiting outside. Emma actually already imagined how Nathan would look wearing those new clothes. She chose clothes according to image in her mind. Don't know if Nathan would like, but definitely she'd really like seeing. Though whether Nathan liked still unclear. But if she saw would definitely be smitten. Ashley gently patted Emma's hand. Smiling said, keep this for everyday wear. Later we'll choose clothes for sports meet. 2 days at least need 2 outfits. That's easy. Just don't choose anything too strange. I'm afraid can't pull it off. What are you thinking? Where would be strange clothes? I of course. Just want to choose nice ones for you. Ashley smiled, reassuring Emma, telling her not to worry. We're not planning to tease you. Why worry about that? Oh, are you two still out there? At this time Nathan's voice came from fitting room. Hearing the voice, Emma hurriedly stood up asking what's wrong. Doesn't fit? Ah no. Just I don't know how to match. Nathan's voice full of helplessness. Also somewhat embarrassed. The outfits you brought in. Clothes all mixed up. He didn't know which top with which pants. Wearing wrong going out would be embarrassing. Moreover, those were Emma's choices for him. If wore wrong, wouldn't that prove his aesthetic inferior to hers? So he wanted to ask Emma. These outfits match with which pants? He put them on. Felt they all looked the same. Matching? I forgot to separate them for you. Or take them out, let me see. Emma stood right in front of fitting room speaking softly. Right at that moment, don't know when. Ashley had stood behind Emma. She suddenly reached out. Gently pushed Emma's back. What's to fear? Just go in and help him directly. Ah, Emma cried out. Foot slipped. Whole person falling forward. She completely couldn't react. Rushed through curtain. Straight into fitting room. Until hitting a body, then stopped. She reflexively reached out, steadying herself. Almost fell backward. Ah, Emma panicked. She slowly raised head, looking at scene before her. Seemed she'd just bumped into Nathan. Now her hand still placed on Nathan's chest. Real chest. And Nathan currently shirtless. The very body every day, every night. She wanted to see again. Now it was right before her eyes. Her hand, also directly touching Nathan's skin, placed on that firm chest. 0.01 seconds later. Emma didn't think. Unconsciously squeezed lightly. Then hurriedly pulled hand back. Standing straight, planning to back away. But found space too narrow to retreat. She and Nathan could only stand facing. Distance only a fist apart. I didn't mean to. Emma covered her eyes with hands. But actually, she still left a small gap. To peek. Opportunity like this not always available. Though she was somewhat panicked earlier. But now just wanted to say thank you to Ashley. Not looking as courtesy. Peeking as instinct. Nathan just slightly embarrassed. Standing shirtless before Emma. After all somewhat shy. But thinking Emma was his girlfriend. Not an outsider, so it's fine. Moreover, he remembered this morning being touched by Emma for 10 minutes. So Nathan felt. Definitely she liked his physique. Before he worried. Didn't know if Emma liked this body type. Because light training attracts women. Too much training attracts men. If muscles too big, maybe girls wouldn't like much. And his build was above average type, not to point of bulging muscles. But among peers already stood out. Seems Emma must be type who likes muscular boys. Then he needn't be embarrassed anymore. Even, he wanted to show Emma his body. Maybe would attract girlfriend more. That would be good. It's fine, don't be so polite. I'm a boy, could I be afraid of being seen? Nathan said softly, helping himself out a bit. Emma, after hearing, softly pursed lips. Stammering, asked, so I can really look? Of course can. You're my girlfriend. What can't be seen? Getting Nathan's permission, Emma slowly lowered hands, bringing Nathan's whole physique into view. Throat slightly moving. Next second, her face flushed red visibly. Like about to ripen. She remembered this morning touched through clothes. Now before her wearing nothing. But she could only look not touch. Saying nothing. Just reaching out to touch. Nathan would think she's a pervert. Besides now. Also not time for such things. Nathan didn't mind being seen. But too crowding in fitting room. Feeling somewhat strange. Especially this cramped space. Also somewhat hot. Standing here already starting to sweat. Sweating while standing so close to Emma. Nathan felt not very good. So he planned to pull curtain saying or you go out first. I'm afraid of bumping you. I'll bring clothes outside. You help me match then bring back in. Emma also knew. Standing here forever not good. Nathan couldn't change clothes. Though hadn't seen enough. But thinking many opportunities later. Why must look right now? Just finished nodding agreement. She suddenly heard. Outside fitting room. Young girls' voices rang out. Hello, does this have larger size? Nathan was about to pull curtain for Emma to leave. Next second she already reached out stopping. Wait, Nathan startled. Hurriedly pulled hand back. Blinking asking what's wrong? Emma like wanting to say forget it. Then pointed at Nathan. Softly said people outside. Wait a bit before going out. If open curtain now they'll see. I don't want others to see. Chapter 101 You've worked hard. Today was tiring too, right? I see. That's fine, Nathan nodded. Though he said he's a boy. Not afraid of being seen. But really being seen by strangers. Also not comfortable. Emma said didn't want others seeing him. Thinking conversely. He also didn't want others seeing Emma. So should I put shirt on? Probably don't need to. After all already said. Emma looking is fine. And putting on now too rushed. Would look like being embarrassed. So help me see how these match. I think any is fine. I have no aesthetic sense. Nathan picked up clothes beside. Randomly matching together. Even style and color off tone. Okay. Emma mouth agreed. But eyes. Kept being attracted by Nathan's physique. Saying can't go out now anyway. Actually just talking randomly. At that time hearing people passing outside. Then casually found a reason. Actually going out now wouldn't be seen. Moreover Nathan could put clothes on first. Then go out. She said that with ulterior motives. Just wanted to stay with Nathan a bit more. Also to look at him a bit more. She knew that sentence. Sounded completely unskilled. Not even counting as a lie. Also didn't know if Nathan noticed. Ashley sitting outside fitting room. Legs crossed. One eyebrow raised high. Face full of surprise. I pushed Emma in already. Why still not out? Normally should come out immediately. Waited about 5 more minutes. Fitting room curtain finally pulled open. Emma slowly walked out from inside. Face slightly flushed. Eyes also somewhat flustered. But Ashley seemed to see satisfaction hidden between her brows. Ashley stepped over patting Emma's shoulder. Teasing how was it, happy? She was just joking a bit. After all admitting being somewhat excessive. Also quite dangerous really. Two of them being angry was natural. Initially thought Emma would pretend angry scolding her. But she just softly nodded. Small voice Softly laughed This time Ashley's turn stunned. I was just joking. Who knew really happy? What did those two do inside? Both waited a bit more. Nathan also came out. Already wearing new clothes on body. Seemed whole person's aura change. Because almost autumn. So Emma chose mostly fall clothes. Though loose not too loose. Colors leaning toward dark tones. Also quite fitting Nathan's reserved personality. With Nathan's build. Wearing ugly clothes also difficult. Just coming out. Immediately attracted Emma's gaze. Making her eyes brighten. Like eyes filled with sparkling stars. Ashley also continuously nodding saying Handsome, really handsome. Indeed your clothes should let girlfriend choose. You choosing yourself very bad. You have to praise then criticize. But speaking honestly right. I think you make a lot of sense. Nathan looked at clothes on body. Wearing them he also thought looked good. Indeed. Better than those hot items sold online. Clearly Emma had chosen according to his preferences, personality and build. From style to color. To comfort. He was very satisfied with all. Liking is good. If you don't like, we can continue choosing. I like very much. Let me try few more. Nathan returned to fitting room. Tried all remaining outfits. Unexpectedly liked every one, though different styles. But all suited him. Because all personally chosen by Emma. So no reason not to buy all. So Nathan bought everything. Then 3 left the store. Nathan carrying several bags of clothes. Following behind the 2, like not knowing fatigue. Continuously browsing clothing stores. Though Nathan not too tired. But couldn't keep up with their pace. 3 just ate simple lunch at mall. Then continued shopping. Finally around 4 to 5 p.m. They ended shopping trip. Leaving mall. Seeing Ashley off. Nathan and Emma walked home. Nathan carrying over 10 bags of clothes. Emma wanted to help share. Carrying few bags to lighten load. But was refused by Nathan. This matter, again triggered his stubbornness. No matter what Emma said. Couldn't change his mind. When both got home. Nathan finally put down pile of clothes. Today spent quite a bit money. But all on clothes. Not random spending. So he didn't mind. Just need to tell mom about this. Conveniently send few pictures of Emma. Wearing new clothes. Definitely would get another large transfer. Then be told to buy few more outfits. His mom was always like that. If he recharged money in games. Even 100,000 wouldn't give. Because thought that was wasteful spending. Playing games doesn't require recharging. But if he used money for food, clothes, housing or studying. Then any amount not begrudged. Giving to child never stingy. Even $1 willing. Phew, Nathan sat on chair planning to rest a bit. Then would study right after. Today was weekend. He hadn't studied anything yet. For him, rest days like this were opportunities to break through. Must make good use. He rolled shoulders a bit. Though carrying things hands not tired. But shoulders still somewhat sore. Right then, he felt a pair of hands gently placed on his shoulders. Then started massaging. Nathan eyes wide open. Turned head looking. Found Emma standing behind him. Helping massage his shoulders. When eyes met, Emma slowly lowered head. Softly said, "You worked hard. Today was tiring, right?" I'm fine. Rather you walking so much must be tired. Let me help you. Nathan speaking halfway. Then stopped. He originally planned to say would massage Emma. After all, just letting her massage wasn't good. But Emma didn't carry anything. Just walking continuously. Meaning, if tired would only be legs and feet. Nathan's gaze lowered. Looking at those slender fair legs. Throat swallowing lightly. Me massaging Emma's legs, really? Chapter 102. If you shouldn't enjoy, then who should? What's wrong? Emma saw Nathan stop mid-sentence. Then tilted head asking. While Nathan softly shook head. Answering nothing. Earlier he really intended to massage Emma's legs. Massage feet too. He was getting Emma's massage. So wanted to return exactly the same. Since young. Only his mom had enjoyed that. When little he often massaged mom. So knew some techniques. But that was his mom. Besides he was young then. Between him and Emma then what? Though lovers. But only dating not long. Now just touching her legs. What if misunderstood as having intentions? Emma continued massaging Nathan's shoulders. Force just right. Making Nathan feel truly relaxed. However, truly relaxed. Came from psychology. Being massaged by beautiful girlfriend. That inner joy. Even better than body relaxing. Before I also often massaged mom. Mom's shoulders often ached. I often massaged to relieve her pain. At least could help somewhat. Emma started telling old stories. In Nathan's mind that scene appeared. Every time thinking of Emma and her family. Nathan's heart felt pain. Then Emma changed tone. Softly said, "Now no more chances for that." Her voice sounded somewhat sad. But mostly was acceptance. If not for Nathan and everyone's appearance. Maybe she couldn't be generous like now. Living on with memories truly good. Nathan froze. Didn't know what to say. He felt still far inferior. In Emma's mind. Full of memories for family. Then entrusting everything to him. While he was thinking about touching legs. So shallow. Right after Nathan immediately stood up. Emma startled, hands still suspended in air, looking extremely awkward. Then Nathan turned around, bent down, reached out hugging Emma. Emma eyes wide open, body stiff, not daring to move. "Nah, Nathan," she softly called, but got no answer. Heart beating continuously, but not afraid at all. So this rapid heartbeat was from nervousness or excitement. Nathan took steady steps, carrying Emma to living room, gently placing her on sofa. Emma raised head, face confused looking at Nathan, not understanding what he planned to do. Nathan took a small chair beside, sat down before Emma, then reached out holding her leg, placing on his thigh. Emma softly hummed, "Don't know why." When Nathan's hand touched her ankle, her whole body slightly trembled. Nathan. Emma already realized what Nathan planned to do, but somewhat couldn't believe. She massaging Nathan still understandable. Could Nathan also want to massage her? She'd been playing all day with Ashley, spending Nathan's money. Also got beautiful clothes bought. Things all carried by Nathan. Getting home still letting Nathan massage. What qualification did she have? Seeing Nathan's hand about to touch her calf, Emma immediately stopped. "Nathan, don't. Let me massage you is fine. Don't treat me like this." Nathan's hand paused, raised head glancing at Emma. Asked, "You feel uncomfortable?" I'm not uncomfortable. I just feel don't deserve such enjoyment." This is my house. You're my girlfriend. If you don't deserve enjoyment, then who does?" After speaking, Nathan without more words placed hands on her legs, started gently massaging. Emma saw couldn't stop Nathan. His warm hands just placed. She embarrassedly covered eyes, softly pursing lips, but even so, couldn't hide flushed ears, even neck also pink. She felt her heart wanting to jump from throat. What day was today? She got to experience such things. Though wanted to stop Nathan, but that was reason speaking, thinking she didn't deserve such treatment. Emotionally, just hoped time would slow down. The slower the better. Nathan didn't notice Emma's expression. He focused looking at those fair legs, secretly sighing how she maintained so well. How could be so white? Compared to his hands. Really felt himself much darker. Nathan looked at his hands then Emma's legs. Indeed two completely different colors. Massaged about 10 minutes. Emma felt that was enough. If continued would really become lazy. Would be spoiled by Nathan. She was about to say something. Nathan took off her slippers. Both hands about to touch feet. Emma lightning fast. Pulled both legs back. Toes gripping sofa. Both feet like small frightened animals. Immediately hid away. Nathan blinked. Stunned few seconds. Not understanding what just happened. What just ran away already? What's wrong? I wasn't tickling your feet. What are you afraid of? He thought Emma afraid of ticklish feet. Would be ticklish. I just planned to massage feet. Walking all day feet definitely tired. Emma hurriedly shook head, face flushed softly saying, "No. Feet forget it. Very dirty." How could be dirty? Nathan looked at Emma's feet. Then looked at his hands. Just skin color alone. Saw her feet cleaner than his hands. But he also understood Emma's thinking. If it were him, even if feet clean, also couldn't let others touch before washing. Definitely would think himself not clean. Then how about I bring basin water wash your feet? That should be fine, right? After all I don't think dirty. Just like this is fine. No, this is enough already. Don't. Emma stammered forever. Also couldn't say clearly. Finally could only say thank you. Before Nathan could reply, she already hurriedly stood up running to kitchen. "I'll go prepare dinner." Chapter 103. No, already just don't get tired. Monday evening. Nathan and Emma ended a tiring day. Leaving school. Because Tuesday was sports meet day. Today probably their busiest day. Had to complete final rehearsal. For tomorrow everything smooth. They'd already tried their best. Nathan first time being PE representative. Standing out managing for whole class. Before encountering things like this, he was always best at hiding. Absolutely never showing face participating. But if he didn't contribute, then the one working hard. Would only be class president Emma. Good thing had him helping. Rehearsal much easier. Also didn't know if because classmates. Not very familiar with him. Or afraid of him something. So basically, during rehearsal no one talked privately. Few people he'd reminded. After that didn't dare slack anymore. So progress even smoother than other classes. Before dismissal they gathered whole class again. Decorating stage area class responsible for. Could say today both extremely busy. So when walking out school gate. Both silent saying nothing. In minds just thinking quickly go home rest. Emma held Nathan's hand, admiring his side profile. Softly said tonight I'll make something delicious for you. Nourish a bit for tomorrow's competition, go for it. Hearing Emma's, go for it. Nathan's heart filled with joy. Turns out being cheered by girlfriend was such a wonderful feeling. Feeling like filled with premium gas. Adding power for himself. Now feeling full of energy. But he still wanted to show. He was very relaxed, confident. Softly said it's fine. Just school sports meet, need to be so serious. Didn't expect this sentence. Changed Emma's attitude. She became serious. Shook head saying that's not right. I think whether big or small being serious is never wrong. That's about attitude. Speaking to here, she suddenly realized. Was she criticizing Nathan? That was blurted out, like triggered keyword. Though felt she was right. But also had to see who speaking to. She really lived too comfortably these days. Being pampered by Nathan few days. Now daring to scold him. So Emma immediately changed expression. Hurriedly explaining, I didn't mean to blame you. I know you're the best. Don't need to be serious, can still win. That sentence just pretend didn't hear, okay. I think you said very right. This isn't just my competition. Also relates to whole class honor. I shouldn't have that attitude. It's my fault. Sorry. Nathan turned head, squinted smiling lightly at her. Like wanting to comfort Emma's emotions. Indeed at this time Emma also felt relieved. She was startled a bit. Didn't expect Nathan would apologize to her. You're not wrong. Don't need to apologize to me. Emma lowered head, softly said, body leaning closer toward Nathan. Hugging his arm, almost resting head on his shoulder. Just that one sentence from Nathan was enough for emotions already overflowing in Emma. About to overflow outside. That matter itself wasn't wrong. Just about attitude. Not being serious wasn't any crime. But because of her one sentence, Nathan actively apologized. At least that proved. Nathan's attitude toward her was extremely good. That was enough. She could receive such treatment from Nathan. Then whatever he did, she would always unconditionally support. Ready to help. After all, she'd already decided early. To her, Nathan was everything. Other things beside Nathan all not worth mentioning. After both got home, Emma immediately planned to go to kitchen preparing dinner for Nathan. Last night she already prepared ingredients for Nathan. Fish, meat, fresh milk, all nutritious things. Tonight must make a really good meal for Nathan. When Emma went out midway, found Nathan exercising. So she somewhat confused asked. Tomorrow's competition already. Shouldn't conserve energy. You're still exercising. Not afraid of being tired tomorrow. No, no matter how tired. I sleep once then recover. For me this is like warming up body. Otherwise tomorrow body will be stiff. Nathan doing squats while talking. Each time squatting down, Emma saw those firm calves. Making her unable to look away. I see, got it. Just don't get too tired. Emma thought to herself. If she exercised day before sports meet, next day definitely would have no energy. Now she and Nathan had exercised together several times. Already. Could clearly feel her stamina better than before. But compared to Nathan and Ashley, still far behind. Waiting until Nathan finished exercising. Emma also finished cooking a sumptuous dinner. She'd specially researched the menu. Nutrition combined very reasonably. Also considered Nathan's basal metabolic rate. Portions extremely complete. Definitely meeting Nathan's nutritional needs. Nathan looked at food on table. Couldn't help raising eyebrows. Eyes full of surprise. These dishes all cooked by you? Really skilled, you worked hard. Getting Nathan's praise and recognition. For Emma was the best response. She smiled brightly, saying nothing hard about it. Quickly eat. After eating I'll massage you. To relax muscles. That way tomorrow's competition will be in good form. Nathan sat down, looking at Emma before him. Opened mouth saying fine. You massaging me is fine. But I also have to massage you. Emma paused a bit, remembering last night's events. Cheeks unconsciously flushed. Softly said, but tomorrow I'm not competing. Don't need. She mouth refused. But heart didn't want to refuse at all. Getting Nathan's massage, she of course really liked. Yesterday was really thick-skinned. To dare fully enjoy those 10 minutes. Otherwise would have refused from beginning. Looking at Nathan's attitude seemed determined. Like receiving drop of kindness must return spring of gratitude. But you cooked this meal for me. Definitely also very tired. Making you still massage me. How could I not reciprocate? Emma slightly speechless. Because heart already wavering. One side felt Nathan made sense. One side she really couldn't resist. The attraction of Nathan's massage. She thought she'd tried her best reciprocating Nathan's feelings. But after all both were lovers. Not master-servant relationship. If she was too lowly, Nathan probably wouldn't like either. So both massaging each other. Also nothing major, right? Chapter 104. Even if you see also normal. After finishing dinner, Nathan went to shower, washing away day's fatigue. Coming out of bathroom, found Emma not in living room. Guest was in bedroom. Nathan walked to bedroom door. Directly opened door entering. You go shower. I'm done showering. Immediately Nathan's words caught in throat. Standing stunned in place. Whole person like turned to stone. Couldn't move at all. Only eyes intently staring at scene before him. At this time Emma seemed to be changing clothes. Already put on home shorts. Kneeling on bed. Right when Nathan opened door entering. Just happened to catch Emma. Just finished putting on home shirt. Emma heard door opening. Immediately turned head. Just seeing Nathan also froze in place. Two eyes met for about 5 seconds. I didn't mean to. Nathan hurriedly stepped back. Quickly closed door. Standing outside breathing heavily continuously. Though didn't see anything. But he didn't expect Emma changing clothes. If entered few seconds earlier would have seen everything. He was only 19 years old. A genuine young man. Now having first love. First girlfriend so beautiful. Also suited his taste. Seeing such a scene. Couldn't help making him imagine wildly. For him really too stimulating. How could bear it? Nathan like a zombie. Dragged steps sitting on sofa. Holding head with hands. After all still his fault. Though this was his house. But now wasn't. Just him living here alone anymore. Entering bedroom, why didn't knock? At this time. In bedroom Emma had finished changing. She held collar. Head lowered, pursing lips like thinking something. Actually she wasn't angry or embarrassed. What's the big deal about this? Must say if she didn't lock door. Then completely didn't need to worry. Nathan would suddenly rush in. She just noticed Nathan's reaction. After a while, Emma walked out of bedroom. Saw Nathan sitting on sofa. Looking very troubled. Seeing Emma come out, Nathan's heart pounded. Both hands clasped together. Legs also slightly shaking. Emma approached Nathan. Standing before Nathan. Sat down. Looking at his face softly asked. What's wrong with you? Nathan looked at Emma's face. Stammering said, I'm sorry about just now. I didn't mean to. Next time I'll definitely knock. It's fine, what's the big deal? Emma laughed softly. Reached out gently stroking Nathan's cheek. Softly said, all right. Don't overthink. Don't need to apologize to me. I'm your girlfriend. You want. Emma instinctively wanted to say. You can look whenever you want. Initially felt this sentence nothing wrong. After all that's the logic. But if really said it, would be too intimate. Still Emma wanted to convey this meaning. So changed to I'm your girlfriend. Even if you see it's normal. Only you can. Emma's one sentence. Like igniting Nathan. Made his face immediately flush red. Immediately avoided eye contact, looking around. Like not knowing where to look. Hands also not knowing where to put. Sometimes covering mouth. Sometimes placing on legs. I got it so. After saying that, Nathan immediately jumped up from sofa. Walking toward bedroom. You go shower. He walked like couldn't stand steady. Even walked left foot left hand simultaneously. Just staggering toward bedroom. While Emma kept watching him with her eyes. Until seeing bedroom door close. Emma finally came back to senses. Body slightly trembling. Thinking of Nathan's reaction just now. Emma softly bit lower lip. Corner of mouth. Involuntarily curved up a bit. What's this? What's happening? Emma's heart at this time like drums beating continuously. Heart beating erratically. In her mind, kept appearing Nathan's reaction earlier. At this time in her heart only one thought. That was Nathan's reaction, too cute. She liked it to death. Liked to point of madness. Even wanted immediately to see that reaction once more. Next time won't let Nathan escape. She wanted to see Nathan's changing expressions with own eyes. At that time, definitely couldn't help hugging Nathan. But Nathan's reaction like that, she only saw first time. How to make him like that again? Could it be deliberately? Emma lowered head looking at clothes on body. Softly pulled corner of shirt. Shirt sticking to body. Accentuating her figure. Nathan seeing her body. Had such reaction. Made her very happy. If Nathan was indifferent, no emotion, that would be heaviest blow to her. This method effective, but also has limits. Once or twice fine. Too many times Nathan would get used to it. Such precious opportunity. She didn't want to waste casually. Better think of other ways. Emma went to bathroom preparing to shower. Nathan hugging pillow lying on bed in bedroom. Leaning against headboard. Holding a book reading quietly. Though outwardly seemed peaceful, but heart not calm at all. Hearing water sounds from bathroom next door. Nathan couldn't help swallowing. In mind appeared that scene again. After a while, his gaze moved. Saw his fingers on bedside table. Stunned few seconds. Then immediately shook head. Raised book continuing to read. Mouth continuously muttering, don't think anymore, don't think anymore. Has side effects. Definitely has side effects. Chapter 105. I think this way you won't think anymore, right? In bathroom Emma dried her body. Put on pajamas. She looked at herself in mirror. Probably because just showered. Skin looked extremely beautiful. Looking soft and smooth extremely. While showering she'd thought clearly. Their relationship should still progress gradually. After all she wasn't in any rush. As long as Nathan didn't chase her away. She could be with Nathan for very very long. Now Nathan had given her a status. Was already wonderful. What they should really comfortably enjoy was this period of dating. Should wait until after college entrance exam ends to continue. I shouldn't think every day about how to be intimate with Nathan. Right now Nathan should still focus on studying. Then think about other things. I absolutely cannot interfere with his studies. This is something that before confessing, I had already clearly decided. Emma stepped out of the bathroom. Went down to the kitchen to wash some fruit for Nathan. Apples and such all peeled clean. Cut into small pieces. Everything prepared. She carried the fruit tray into the bedroom. The bedroom door was ajar. Not closed tight. She pushed the door and entered. Found Nathan half lying against the headboard. Holding a book in his hands. Must be studying. The moment Emma entered, Nathan clearly raised the book a bit higher. As if always focused on the book. But even just that small movement was caught by Emma. She pursed her lips smiling softly then walked closer. Placed the fruit plate on the bedside table. Is there anything you don't understand? Let me teach you. Emma leaned closer. Looking at the book in Nathan's hands. Couldn't help frowning. Your book is upside down. Ah, Nathan surprised raising eyebrows. Hurriedly flipped the book over. Face full of awkwardness. Indeed he hadn't paid attention to the book at all. But from earlier until now just thinking randomly. When Emma entered the room. All his attention was focused on Emma. Even though his eyes weren't looking. In his heart still thinking about her. Ears also listening to her every footstep. Now being exposed by Emma. He really felt embarrassed beyond words. Didn't expect, couldn't even pretend properly. Emma showed a hint of worry. She realized Nathan had been affected a lot already. If continuing like this studying would definitely have problems. She slowly sat down beside Nathan, placed her hand on his hand, softly asked, "Now because of me you have worries, right? What is it? Can you tell me? I don't want to affect your state because of me." She thought probably not just because of. Before she went to shower. Could it affect Nathan this much? Probably not to that extent. Nathan raised his head looking at Emma, then shook his head. Said, "Don't worry. You won't affect my studies. This is just normal psychology. Ah, it's a physiological phenomenon.